Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
Some spirit in it, put your heart into it, that's all I need. And if I like what I see, you're coming home with me. Hey, Mr. DJ, oh, play a song for this pretty little lady. Cause if she dances as good as she look right now, I just might make her my baby. I just might make her my baby. Let's go!
Let's go. Let's go.
This is hit music.
101.5 CILFM is WCILFM Carbondale. Your home for the SIU Salukis. We are Southern Illinois.
Near corner three from the SIU bench. Yes, sir. That's his own board to him. Between three black jerseys, goes up and lays it in. Confetti pops into the dog pound.
This is Saluki Basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Horn sounds. Ball game is over.
This is the IBEW NICA pregame show, brought to you by IBEW NICA, your power professionals. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC.
Southern makes it 24 in a row in Banterra Center in non-conference action, and you can feel the magic in Banterra again.
Now let's go courtside.
Round two between the Redbirds and Salukis tonight inside SEFCU Arena. Comes at a time for SIU where they want to continue to show they can battle and beat any team in the Missouri Valley Conference. SIU is still the lone team to go into the Curb Event Center and knock off league-leading Bradley. Adding the Redbirds to that list tonight would be awfully impressive and much needed for a team that's led in 8 of its 13 losses this year in the second half. We understand. You can look at all sorts of metrics to tell a story. And if you look at KidPalm, SIU is the 5th best team in the league. Yet, the results have SIU in 9th. With 9 games still to go, that's a lot of data points and also a lot of time for SIU to start not just to show a rise in those metrics, but further prove the point that no one wants to see the Dogs come St. Louis for Arch Madness. It's the Illinois State Redbirds hosting your Southern Illinois Salukis inside SEFCU Arena in Bloomington Normal, Illinois. It's time for Saluki basketball. This is the IBEW NICA pregame show. IBEW NICA, hire a union electrical contractor. With the Hall of Famer Rodney Watson, Paxton Guy back in our network studios. I am Luke Martin as we welcome you courtside here inside SEFCU Arena, where Illinois State will try to improve to 10-1 this year, 4-1 in league games. The only league team that's been able to come in here and beat them, UIC, which was the team, of course, Rodney, that Southern saw earlier in the weekend you go back and, man, another tough loss for the Salukis on the road, or should say at home against UIC, 68-66. And as I described in the open, it's the 8th time this year that Southern has had a lead in the second half of a game that they've ultimately lost. Of course, it was its largest, an 18-point lead at home to UIC. We've really dove into that and went through all of everything that tied into it in our podcast leading today. But, man, no one's going to feel sorry for you, and you really got to turn the page quickly because this is a game and this is a venue, of course, a year ago where there was some winter weather coming in. Southern was going to be without Kennard Davis, and obviously that was a game that did not go well for Southern the last time they were in here. They just want to try to get a good vibe about themselves here yet again.
Yeah, and like you said, nobody's feeling sorry. Everybody's worried about themselves and where they're going to finish up, and they're thinking about how the last 8-9 games for each one of them are going to play out. Obviously, that's how people look at it. Nobody feels sorry for anyone. And in this rivalry that doesn't really feel like one anymore, that's the part that kind of bugs me a little bit. There's not that kind of kid about that competitive hatred stuff that it was good, it was healthy, and that's the part that I miss a little bit. I don't get that vibe with either program. Obviously, Illinois State Bradley's the one true rivalry. What's that got to do with all this? It all plays into college basketball. We're now in February, and now's the time to start playing your best basketball. Southern's got their work cut out for them in this place for sure.
Well, Illinois State trying to seek consecutive wins over SIU since they won 3 straight in 2018-19. It's been a while since they've been able to beat Southern Illinois in consecutive games in the last 6 meetings here at Saluki Arena, of course, formerly known as Redbird Arena. It's even up 3-3. So it's been some competitive games, unlike last year, which of course was an 85-54 winner for the Illinois State Redbirds. And as you mentioned, when we caught up, when I had you on, Coach Painter, Coach Weber, when we were kind of revisiting, Coach Lowry was on that as well. And Coach Lowry mentioned there was strong hate when it came to Illinois State. And as we look at this series, I mean, tonight is going to be game number 171 in this history. And you look at all the teams in the Valley, there's nobody that Southern has played more in their program's history than Illinois State.
That's really interesting. I didn't realize it was that big of a number.
Yeah,
we played a lot of times. And with Illinois, a Northern Illinois type school playing the Southern Illinois school and all those things. But it's just there's been such good basketball. I mean, Luke, I don't know if you probably know this. We hung the first loss in this building on Bob Donowald's team back with Coach Heron, and what a great win. Shipley, he had a dislocated finger, and you know what he did? He taped it up and got back in and played. That's the way things rolled.
Looking at SIU, before we get into our first Southern Bank first impressions of Illinois State, you look at Valley stats. The really telling one, Coach Watson, has been opponents getting to the free throw line at more of a clip and the rebounds. Southern has been out-rebounded by almost 2 rebounds per game once they've gotten into league play. That's an area that, especially tonight, Illinois State, we talked about, they are elite when it comes to their defensive rebounding percentage. They are one of the top 5 teams in the country, according to Kim Palm. And when you got out-rebounded by 20 on your home floor, that alone is going to be a really point of emphasis tonight, probably regardless of who you're playing.
Yeah, Southern's got to live up to the reputation. They have the reputation of being a strong rebounding team, and when they go against other good rebounding teams, more times than not, Southern hasn't lived up to it. This is an opportunity to flip the switch and really figure out who you are. And that's the big thing with what I was getting at a while ago is that you've got to start figuring out who you are in February. I mean, teams get redefined. The interesting thing about, Illinois State is they figured out that they've been the hunter for the last several years, many years. And now they come into this season being the team that was being hunted from the very start. All these returning guys, really a lot of talent we'll talk about in a minute. Southern's got to be the hunter, and they've got to enjoy and embrace that role of hunting down this Illinois State team, making it a tough, nasty, hard-fought. We're not a pretty team, man. We don't have that skill set. We got to be who we are. We got to be Southern Illinois, the ones that are the have-nots, and we got to embrace that and come into a big fancy place that has all the bells and whistles, send them home unhappy.
And it's the first time really that Illinois State has been the hunted since 2017. That's when Dan Buller's team went 28-7. 17-1 in league play. Of course, them and Wichita State had outstanding years that year, and Wichita was the lone one that was able to go to the NCAA tournament. But let's get to the First Southern Bank first impressions. First Southern Bank, local people, local decisions. Community banking at its best. We spent a lot of time on our podcast talking about key members of this Redbird team without maybe mentioning the guy that had the biggest impact in Game 1, Ty Pence. 22 points is what he had in Banterra Center. Now he's had back-to-back games scoring 12 points, and you look at since he went 3 of 5 from 3 in Carbondale, he's 2 for his last 20 from 3. But again, that can't fool you. He is a guy that impacts the game in so many more ways than just scoring.
Yeah, you don't know where those 18 misses came from in the shot clock, but what you do know that we saw firsthand that hasn't changed. This guy's a big reason why, even though Illinois State took a little skid, it's his defensive presence that really has a big factor on defensive rebounding. He's a guy that gets offensive rebounds. He scores inside the arc. Man, Ty Pence is a gigantic, big piece to this game. He lives. There's just certain teams players like to play against. They just feel good about the way that certain teams play. Ty Pence feels good about this game tonight.
Bowden Skunberg was going through the warm-ups here momentarily. It looks like he's going to be good to go. He did not play against Murray State. He had the flu, that bug that's been going around and still going around college basketball. You look at a lot of teams, and we'll see how effective he can be because, man, when he's been out there, I mean, just take it. Last time they were here against Northern Iowa, 6 of 9 from 3 in that game for Bowden Skunberg. He had 20 points in that win. 4 straight games where he's played. 2 of those 4, he scored over 20. He's been red hot and extremely physical and a big part of winning that rebounding margin for Illinois State. He'll go to the boards, too, as a guard.
He is the Swiss Army knife. I hear the Southern coaches talk about that. This guy is one. Man, I was watching him warm up. Whatever medicine he took to get well, it was making that ball find the center of the net. Really impressive. But you just hit it with Skunberg. He's tough. He doesn't say excuse me when he comes through your hip to get a rebound or go cut a driver off. Man, he does. I don't think there's any phase of the game that's noticeable for the average eye like mine that he doesn't do well.
There's a lot of stats that may not be eye-popping for Landon Wolf, but one of the things is he makes winning plays. You think of, I believe it was late in the game, back at our place, back in December, able to rip a ball away from Rollins of League Bay late in the game to keep a possession. He is, you look at just the last 5 games when they've really started to turn a corner, he has the second best plus-minus within those 5 games, plus 19. Yeah, he's a guy that only averages 6 points a game.
Yeah, makes 14 free throws on league play, which means he's making just 3 over 1 a game, but he's shooting at a 53%. I mean, the bottom line is he stretches it when he catches the ball out on the floor. He's a physical guy that can score in multiple ways inside, but it's the other part you just mentioned. It's the defensive end. Again, much like Ty Pence, he's not going to let a loose ball get away without having something to do with it. He's going to always create physicality. He's going to take a lot of pressure off Chase Walker and Johnny Kinziger because he can go get buckets when he's the second and third option in a play.
You look at Chase Walker, what's been so impressive is his ability to share the basketball. 44 assists this year for him. He does have 49 turnovers, but this is what stood out to me about Chase Walker within the league-only stats. He leads them in steals, blocks, offensive rebounds, and overall rebounds, and obviously leads them in scoring as well. Just so many areas where he impacts the game, Coach Watson.
Early in the year, we saw him December 18th, and we were watching a little bit of their stuff before then. He wanted to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like he wanted to be a three-point shooter. He wanted to do a lot of different things. And I think the message has gotten through to him really clearly. Hey, for you to be a really good player at Illinois State and a pro someday at some level, you've got to be good at 1 and 2 things. And I think he's figured out that rim's a really good area for him to be impactful. So he's impactful not only in scoring at the restriction arc, he's got such good crafty footwork for a big man. He's a really big, strong guy, and a guy that's really transformed his body in his career here, but he's so good on the defensive end. He's a big reason why they're so good in defensive rebounding. He's so good in why other teams don't get second shots, whether he gets the rebound or his teammate does. He's just a force inside that lane.
That's our first Southern Bank first impressions of the Illinois State Redbirds. First Southern Bank proudly offers Casasa Checking. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. We got a busy IBEW Nika pregame show. We're all along, and when we come back, Saluki flashback time to a big win. Come from behind fashion on the road at Creighton, which was a battle for first back in 2002, which was on this date, February 3rd in 2002. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Intertape Polymer Group and SIU Athletics are sticking together to make a positive impact in Southern Illinois. IPG provides a culture of developing its employees and routinely promotes internally, allowing you to envision a long and rewarding career in packaging and industrial products made right here in Carbondale. If you're looking for a great place to work that is committed to safety and the growth of its valued employees, families, and communities, then IPG is for you. Reach out to join the IPG team at itape.com or through social media outlets. Hashtag #ITape with IPG.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel-borne and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
There is nothing like a battle for first place, and on this Saluki flashback, to this date, February 3rd, 2002, we had the Omaha for our memorable chapter in this I Hate Creighton history. SIU was 8-2 in the league, past the halfway mark, and just one game behind the Blue Jays, but it was a disastrous first half for SIU, trailing by 14 at the halftime break, thanks in large part to 6 threes by Creighton in the opening half. It was clear at the start of the second half, SIU was going to start chipping away, and they did with this 10-0 run.
Here is Hairston between the circles, turns and he throws to Williams on the far boundary. Kemp turns, throws to Dearman, lob backdoor, nice play. Dearman, Roberts dunks it, and a foul to go along with it. Here's the free throw, rolling, missed it. Dearman got the rebound, Jermaine scores, and Southern gets 4 points. Right out of the gate here in the second half, and suddenly it's a 10-point game. Into the front court, here comes Hairston. Hairston at the top of the circle. Lob pass, Roberts, layup, it's 6 already to start the second half. 14 for Rowland, and a timeout, Creighton, and this is the way Southern should play.
Well, it's Coach Weber, what he likes to do coming out that second half. He likes to get that inside game established.
We flash forward to the end of the game. SIU was leading 77-75 after some guy named Kyle Korver able to keep basket to make it a one-possession game with 1:04 left. Brad Korn for Southern missed an open three with 30 seconds to go in regulation, but big game Jermaine with a timely offensive rebound and outlet to Marcus Belcher put the Dogs on the line, up 2 with 22 seconds left.
Very smart move by Dearman. Didn't turn around and try to put it back in the hole, kicked it back out.
Belcher ready at the line to our left. Free throw, no! Dearman out. 22-2 to play in the game. Belcher trying to salvage. He's ready. Here's the free throw. Missed it. Rebound. Creighton, it can tie. McKinney in the front court. 20 seconds left. McKinney between the circles. top of the circle. High post, it goes to Grimes, back to Korver. 13 seconds left. Creighton wins with a 3, ties with a 2. Korver leans in, 8 seconds left, down low. Grimes goes up and down, lost it, goes up and score. Missed it, foul, go to the line. Grimes went up and down. It wasn't a walk. It wasn't a walk. Roberts thought it was a walk. He'll be at the line to our right. And a chance to tie the game with 2 free throws. He hasn't missed in this game. He's 6 for 6 with 4.5 seconds left. And Roberts is fouled out. It's 77-76. The free throw rimming. Yes! The game is tied. 4.5 left. It's Brooks into the front court with 3. On the left wing, hits Kent. Turnaround shot. They fouled him. Are you kidding me? Bowden fouled him at 25 feet. It was a touch foul with 0.3 seconds left. You've got to be kidding me.
No, I may disagree with you a little bit. It wasn't really a touch foul. Bolden really came off that screen. They set a hard one for Kent Williams, and Bolden really lost momentum.
Dana Altman, the Creighton coach, is just staring. Kent has the ball. Here's the first free throw. Got it. And Southern by 1 with 0.3 seconds left.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have enough time. They don't have enough time to score.
And he's got to get his players off the lane and get them back.
10 points for Kent. 78-77 Southern. This should be it.
They're talking to us whether he wants him to miss it or not. That's sort of an unusual one. They're up by 2.
Yeah, and they missed it. The rebound comes out long. That's the ball game. Southern's tied for first place. 79-77 the final. The Dogs win it on 2 free throws by Kent Williams.
Win at the foul line. And on this date, February 3rd, 2002, SIU knocked off the Creighton Blue Jays in Omaha 79-77 to make it a tie for first place in the Valley. SIU will try to spoil the recent surge of Illinois State here tonight in Saluki Arena. But when we come back, Mike Trude sits down with Emily Williams from Saluki Softball. This is Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
When you play sports, you know the importance of teamwork. I'm Michaela Coburn, and I play for SIU Saluki Women's Softball. I'm also a Banterra customer because they are a great team player for our communities and they are making banking easy. With Banterra, I was able to open my account online, and with their mobile app, I can manage my money on my time. Plus, with the Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases support SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
Cheering on the Salukis? Make your stay a winning one at the newly renovated Holiday Inn Conference Center in Carbondale. Soon to be Holiday Inn Express. Just minutes from campus, you'll love the fresh new rooms, modern amenities, and welcoming atmosphere. The Holiday Inn Carbondale are proud partners of SIU Athletics and the preferred hotel for Saluki fans, families, and teams. Book your stay today at holidayinn.com/CarbondaleIL. Holiday Inn Carbondale. Stay smart, stay refreshed, stay relaxed.
Saluki softball is back at it this week as head coach Jin Sewell and the Salukis make their way down to the state of Florida to open up the season. Good for them, even though it's been a little chilly down there in Florida in the recent weeks as well. Of course, nowhere near as bitter cold as it has been for us here in the Midwest. They'll open up their season on Friday with a doubleheader against Charlotte and then the host Florida Gulf Coast. And then they'll play Saturday against Charlotte for one game and then a doubleheader on Sunday against the Ball State Cardinals starting at 10 a.m. and then Long Island around 3 o'clock. Mike Trude will have the call of all of those games, and he's been previewing the season lately with Saluki softball players leading into the season. Here was a snippet of his conversation with superstar Emily Williams.
So your power, your ability to drive the ball the way you do really changes the way people pitch you, don't you think?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think in high school a lot, which crazy that I also had this problem in high school, but once you Jefferson County in Louisville is a very populated area. There's 10, 20 different high schools, different softball teams that you're going to play every year. And then you go to the state tournament, which I got to do, which I was so blessed to do twice in my high school career. And you've seen almost all of these teams already. It's not very versatile. You've seen all of these teams already. The best play the best, and usually they end up in the tournament together. And so to be able to flip that switch to know what's coming is kind of my jam. I like to see different pitches, and I worked a lot growing up in hitting pitches out of the zone. If I wanted to hit a ball, I was going to have to chase it. That was all I was going to see when I was 16, 17 years old, playing the same teams over and over. Yeah. So I got really used to hitting pitches out of the zone well, and then once you do see one in the zone, it's like the sun is coming at you. So
you had some amazing team moments a year ago that you were majorly responsible for. What was the best one last year?
Oh my gosh. That week-long stunt I had with Mo State and Mizzou, and then was it Bradley that we played later that week? Or
possibly.
I was just hammering. I don't know what it was. It was a week-long stunt of just hit, ball, walk. I think I only got out twice in 1 week in 6 games. And that was insane to me. And just to be at Mizzou surrounded by people in black and yellow and just absolutely, we were mashing balls. They threw their number 1, number 2 at us. They had no other choice because they were below 500 and they needed a win, and they thought they were going to get one out of us. And then to just go in there and absolutely mash was so exciting. To watch a team underestimate you and say, you know what, this is the win we need, so let's go get it. Let's throw our number 1 or number 2. Let's get our win and let's go. And then to beat them out at home was we were on the bus after that. I think we had Noodles and Company. We were screaming over Noodles and Company. We were
we did.
It was just so exciting. That was such a great week, traveling. We got to go to Mo State, and we ate really good food at Mizzou. We had a really good time all together. So just to be on the road like that for a week together in the middle of a season is usually not ideal, but we took that and ran with it, and we played really well that week.
Again, first pitch will be on Friday, February 6th at 10 a.m. Mike Trude will have the call for all of those games. You can listen to him on the Varsity Network. Be sure to download the Varsity Network app today. And you can also subscribe to SIU on that app. Just search Southern Illinois and get alerts on how to know when Saluki softball is on the air. We'll take a timeout. When we return here on the IBEW Nika pregame show, Paxton Guy takes a look around the Missouri Valley Conference scoreboard. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Conveniently located in the heart of southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course. With 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction, Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their speciality. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
Paxton Guy back on the IBEW Nika pregame show. It's SIU and Illinois State tonight in Normal. It's one of 5 Valley games on the schedule. Tipping off at 7, it's Indiana State at Evansville. Trees 2-10, Purple Aces 1-10. Also at 7, UIC looks to stay hot. They've won 8 straight. They're at Murray State tonight. Murray's trying to get out of neutral. They have dropped 4 in a row after an 8-0 start. Also at 7, Valparaiso. Beacons have won 3 of their last 4. They're at Bradley tonight. Bradley got a nice win over the weekend at Drake. Those Drake Bulldogs, they go to Belmont tonight. The Bruins have won 7 straight. Elsewhere, top 25 tonight. Handful of teams in action, including number 19, St. Louis. The Billikens going for 16 in a row tonight at Davidson. Elsewhere, it's number 4 Duke and Boston College, number 3 UConn hosting Xavier. It's number 25 Tennessee and Ole Miss, 23rd ranked Miami of Ohio going for 23-0 tonight at Buffalo. Number 22 St. John's visiting DePaul, and in the ACC it's 18th ranked Virginia hosting Pittsburgh. When we return on the IBEW Nika pregame show, a sit down with Saluki assistant Will Beasley. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ULLICOselect.com. Life is full of surprises, some good, some not so good. It's why your State Farm agent is there with good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates for everyone. Yep, that's right. At State Farm, you get the great service and great rates with every policy, so you can be prepared for all of life's surprises. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. Applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. When you want a great deal, call State Farm agent Dave Anderson in Heron or Bob Barr in Carbondale today.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials, join us in an event, and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
The Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
Welcome back to the IBEW NECA pregame show. Coach Beasley, how's Illinois State changed in the 43 days since your last meeting?
They've obviously had their ups and downs, a 3-game losing streak, and obviously now they're coming off a big win on the road at Murray. But I honestly, for the most part, still pretty similar. They've changed the starting lineup. Some guys are playing better. Obviously, Landon Wolf shooting the ball really well. Coleman looks to be like he's back to himself. The big fella playing really well. Chase Walker. I think, to me, kind of the biggest thing has kind of been their defense. They weren't switching. Now they're kind of switching a little more, and obviously it's helped them win 3 out of the last 4.
On December 18th, Illinois State switched their defense. They played man, they played zone, but they were really aggressive. Are they still using those types of things as well as switching?
To be honest, they're not really a zone team. Before they played us, I want to say they may have played 3 possessions of zone, and then obviously went to it, and it changed the game versus us. And then since us, though, versus Indiana State, versus Murray, versus there was another one. They've actually kind of gone to it as kind of like a change of pace, or as like they've gone man to zone in the middle of possession. So just kind of to switch it up and to kind of keep you on your feet and stuff like that. And it's helped them. It's worked for them.
Skunberg, who transferred to Illinois State from North Dakota State, has been really impressive with his activity. And back in December, we saw him. He was all over the court, both in scoring and playing defense. Provided he's back to full strength, which I know you guys expect, what do you have to do specifically to get him in check?
Yeah, the thing about Bowden is it obviously hurt us on the glass, made a couple threes right away in our game.
Someone else going to have to bail us out tonight.
We've got to guard Bowden and make it tough. He sees that first one go in, and now the basket starts getting bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger. And, we've got to make it so that he doesn't see his first one go in. We got to make it tough just for him to just not letting him feel comfortable. We talk about our guys about having a presence on the basketball and making them feel us, and just, we've got to guard Bowden with the understanding, he's one of their best offensive guys and someone that they run a lot of stuff to, and that they look to score for them. So we just got to make it tough on them and not let them get comfortable.
That's Will Veasley, and you're listening to Saluki Basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
I'm Damian Mayo Jr., and I'm proud to represent Southern Illinois when playing for Saluki men's basketball. It's important to me to give back to this region. That's important to Banter Bank also, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to be a customer. They support their communities, and with their mobile app, I can bank on my time. Plus, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banter Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
The Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Coach, obviously, clearly, rebounding was the message right after the game. And, man, it's been a message I could definitely tell as I catch up with you here after practice, just how you keep reinforcing it with you guys and really making it, not that it really is a point of emphasis for you, because that's always been a key in your program since you've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, just always has been. It's probably the most important stat to me. And, you know, I mean, you're just going to have games where that happens. You know, you would think coming off the last game where they beat us by 12 that we wouldn't allow that to happen. But, you know, at halftime we were down 10, but we didn't have any turnovers, and so it didn't really show up. And then, you know, when they out-rebound us by 10 in the second half and we have 10 turnovers, hard to overcome that.
It's one of the things that we talked about in your last pregame. I looked at it again this morning. You know, you look at all the metrics, and I get it, analytical, there's so much data, it can overwhelm you. But still the analytics, there's a lot of good things that your team is doing. I saw Ken Palm still has your team ranked 5th right now in the league, which I know that's not what matters. It's what your win and loss record is. But, I mean, the point I keep bringing it up is there are good things your team is doing. What are those good things that continue to show up and you also try to reinforce with your group?
Well, we're since January 1st, we're 25th in the nation in defense, and so obviously – you know, our defense has taken a step, but our offense has gone backwards, and that's been the biggest issue. Is just our field goal percentage is down, you know, and we haven't shot the ball well. We're just not a great offensive team, and it's hard for me because I'm not used to that. We were a better offensive team last year. We're a better defensive team, The rebounding part of it, I don't know. It's been a frustrating thing because we're minus in the rebounding, and I just can't remember the last time that's ever happened to one of our teams. And this should not be a team in terms of our athleticism, our size, our strength, that should be happening. And so that's been a frustration. But we are guarding, like I say, top 25 since January 1st. So, there are some things for us to talk about and pump our guys up and try to keep their heads up because, you can't be that and say that you're not playing hard. So we are playing hard, but offensively we've got to get some things squared away.
I know offense is where your eyes go, but let's stay on defense here for a moment. Why has your team been so good on the perimeter? Because, man, you've shut down some really good shooters. Hammonds was another one who had almost 11 made threes in his last 2 games, and you guys only hold him to 1 attempt the other night.
It's simple. It's a point of emphasis, but so is the rebounding. And so why are we able to get that done? I think we're second in the league in three-point field goal percentage at 27%. So, we've done that well. We just haven't been able to get the ball as much as we need to. And if we do, like our defensive numbers go even better. We're not giving up 2 and 3 shots, and you look back at Illinois State. Illinois State just manhandled us the whole game, whether it was loose balls or their defense or the rebounding. They just grabbed us and threw us out of the way, and so this has to be a different look for us.
One of the guys that's been getting more time for you here recently, Jaheim Weber. He's a guy obviously who redshirted last year, had a good summer, then a little hiccup at the end of the summer health-wise, and coming back and hasn't played a whole ton, but man, you guys have put a lot of trust in him here the last couple of games. What has Jaheim showed you day to day that fans and others don't get to see that you really like about what he can bring to you guys on the floor?
Well, he's probably our overall best defensive post player in terms of him moving his feet and blocking shots, and he's so incredibly strong. He's so physical. So, and we just felt like, as a freshman, and he's put his time in that we need to give him a look, and so we have. I think this is a chance for Jorge to play in this game in terms of his size, and he's made it hard for Walker to score in the past and can handle him one-on-one. They both weigh about the same, and so, there's all kinds of opportunities for our post to play.
When we return here on the IBEW Nika pregame show, we continue our sit-down with the head coach, Scott Nagy. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Situated in the flowing hills and grand terrain of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, a memorable golf experience awaits. It's Dalhousie Golf Club. For over 20 years, Dalhousie has set the standard for golf in Missouri and beyond. Historically voted as the #1 golf experience in the state and serving as host to numerous golf championships, Dalhousie is a special place. A limited number of affordable local, national, and social memberships are presently available. Contact John Oliver at 573-979-2912 to learn how you can become a member of Dalhousie Golf Club. That's John Oliver, 573-979-2912.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at SIUCU.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at SIUalumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in an event and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
You always talk about you want to really get to know the heart of your players, one as individuals, but one as a team. I mean, it's no secret. These can always be a lot of weight on your shoulders when things don't go your way. How would you just gauge and describe your team's heart right now as you continue to go through here through conference play?
Yeah, I think it's good, and I just kept saying that how you're going to measure just the culture on your team is what it's like when it's at its lowest. And to me, it feels like in terms of where our program is, I'm frustrated. It's at its lowest, but I'm working hard to keep my head right, to continue to encourage the guys, but at the same point, coach them hard. But you can't coach them hard unless they know you really care about them, and so I've got to make sure I do a good job of that, and sometimes I don't. But I don't want them to feel like they've been a disappointment to me. My happiness is not reliant on them, and so I have to remember that too. But we're trying to keep it. We want our guys to look forward to coming. We believe in this team. We think if we'll continue to fight, if we continue to run our offense better, that we get to the end of this thing, we're going to be a team that nobody wants to play.
Let's get to Illinois State. One of the overwhelming things, especially coming off of our UIC game that stood out to me, was they're one of the best defensive rebounding teams in terms of percentage in the country. I think 5th in KenPom entering this week. What makes them so good at making sure teams don't get second chance opportunities?
Mostly they just got tough kids. They just do. They're wings and guards. I mean, obviously Walker gives them physicality, but their guards and their 4s and 3s are physical and they're tough. I mean, they're tough kids, and so I think that's what helps them.
How much has really, I don't want to say changed with Illinois State, but it seems like they are playing better. Kinziger came off the bench in their last game against Murray. They didn't have Bowden Scumberg either, and yet they found a way to go on the road and beat a really good team. What has impressed you about Illinois State since the last time we saw them, which was the Valley opener, which seems like a really long time ago?
Well, they went through a stretch where they lost 3 in a row and then obviously won at Murray, and Murray's going through their own stuff, and so you had 2 teams that were kind of struggling at the time, and now Illinois State's been sitting on that for a week, and I'm hoping that everybody walk around and tell them how good they've been will soften them up a little bit. I mean that's what it can do to you if you listen to that. But they're very well coached, just very physical. I knew going to the last game that I call them sticky defensively. They got their hands all over you. They push. They shove. And so, we like when you even go back and watch blockouts, they don't let you block them out. They just grab you and throw you out of the way. And so we have to do the same.
Talked about the physicality piece. How big has Bowden Scumberg been on that, especially as a guard, as a guy who has the ability to post up as well, even though his threes have been going in at a really high clip?
Yeah, he's a very physical player, good defender, first guy on the floor, just everything you would want. A player can shoot it, and he's good in the post. I mean, he's like to me, that's the kind of guy we'd love to have.
Finally, Coach, I know I feel like I ask you this every game. It's not that it changes a whole lot every game, but specifically for this one here on Tuesday night, the biggest keys, biggest point of emphasis for your group to earn what would be a really good road win?
Yeah, I mean, it just is, it's for us to guard and guard well and be able to switch our defenses and our players execute when we switch the defenses, whether or not we are switching or aren't switching, whether we're going to double in the post or not. We have to know those things and have it communicated well and try to keep them off balance. And if we can get stops and we can run, and that will help our offense. But we're just not running like we should run either.
Coach, appreciate the time. We'll catch up with you after the game.
Thanks.
Once again, I would say Coach Scott Nagy. Starting lineups are next. This has been the IBEW Nika pregame show, and you're listening to Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your life? Sean Daly at Guild Mortgage has you covered. With hundreds of loan products, including specialized programs for first-time homebuyers, military families, and rural residents, we've got the perfect fit for you. Guild Mortgage. Own what matters. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, Company NMLS 3274. Sean Daly, NMLS 1536006. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. All loans subject to underwriting approval. Terms and conditions apply, subject to change without notice.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too. At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Saluki Nation, it's time to introduce you to the starters tonight at Saluki Arena here in Bloomington Normal, Illinois, as SIU takes on Illinois State. Here are your Saluki starters, presented by Shelter Insurance. Near arc, Steffi to his left. Steffi left elbow, low left block, reversed out Rollins. 3 on the way for a league bay, and he's red hot tonight. Rollins a league bay. His third made 3 of the ball game. It's a career high made 3s for him.
Rollins league bay, a.k.a. Rollo. Forward, sophomore, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mini High Academy.
Mayo, another 3 on its way. Bullseye! Damian Mayo Jr. His 4th 3 of the game. He's 4 of 5, and the 3s are falling.
Damian Mayo Jr., guard, senior, St. Louis, Missouri, League Academy prep.
Hand off back to Taylor. Taylor, mid-range shot blocked by Steffi. Saved it on the baseline to Calron House. What a play. 61-46, 3:10 to go in the game.
Drew Steffi, guard, sophomore, Frisco, Texas, Frisco Memorial.
Prince breaks down his man. Diouf takes him on into his chest. Right-handed shot is in, and he's fouled.
Prince League Bay, forward, senior, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mini High Academy.
Ball deflects in the hands of Steffi. Here comes Southern. Haynes bobbling his way. Goes all the way to the rack. Kissed it home. Jalen Haynes with a very athletic lay-in. Finished through a lot of contact. Jalen Haynes now. He's got 8. 6 came in the first half.
Jalen Haynes, guard, freshman, Dallas, Texas, Hebron High School.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back here on the IBEW Nika pregame show, it's time for tip-off. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com on approved credit.
Turn it up. It's game time. It's time for Saluki basketball on the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield.
Middle of the lane, goes up, a lot of contact, off the glass, bucket, and the foul! The heat check 3, bullseye! He's wide open, far corner 3, yes sir! About 8-second differential, he's going full throttle, to the rack and he dunked it! Oh my! Catch and shoot 3 on its way, bullseye! Massive 3 for the senior! Hoist it up with 2, short with 1, Southern wins! Southern wins! SIU!
Saluki basketball is brought to you by Shelter Insurance for auto, home, and life coverage that goes the distance. Find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds.
Southern will knock off top 25 Indiana State 74-69.
Today's road game broadcast is driven by Rend Lake Golf Resort. Your getaway wherever the dogs go. The tip is moments away. Now with a call of the game, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
Well, when it rains, it pours. Saluki Nation, SIU went through pregame warm-ups, and Damian Mayo has been ruled out tonight. He is now in his jumpsuit and will not play, and it's due to a toe injury for Damian Mayo. He walked out for warm-ups, and unfortunately, with how we do our starting lineup intros here on the broadcast, we weren't able to fix that before we played it for you. So we'll get to that in a matter of moments as the national anthem about to be played here inside SEFCU Arena as we are geared up for the Salukis and Redbirds. It'll be the 171st meeting tonight in this rivalry between these two in-state teams. So let's go ahead and pause for a moment as we tune in to the national anthem here inside SEFCU Arena.
This game is a member of Eastview's high school ministry, Ansley King.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early eyes what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies o'er the ramparts we
National anthem just completing here inside Saluki Arena, which means it's now time for us to introduce you to the keys of the game, which are brought to you by Ron Ward Chevy. And delivering those keys of the game are all Hall of Fame coach Rodney Watson.
Tonight's is going to be a big test for Southern. They can really just got to focus on controlling the three controllables. That starts with being first to every loose ball. Match the physicality of their opponent. And finally, this is a big one, Luke. February the 3rd, they've got to fight like it's their last game, because you know what? You never know what's going to be your last game.
Those were the Ron Ward Chevy keys to the game. Ron Ward Chevy will send you home happy. Here's the updated Saluki starting lineup for you, since didn't get time to correct it before we ultimately got to that segment here on the IBEW Nika pregame show. Damian Mayo again is out. He will not be available for tonight's game. So insert Kelron House into his spot, the sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky. Q had a great game the last time these two teams played. 22 points in that ball game back in December. Rollins Aligbe, the sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota, earns what is his 22nd start of the season. Jalen Haynes will be his 4th consecutive start, the freshman from Louisville, Texas. Prince Aligbe, senior from Minneapolis, his 19th start of the season. Andrew Steffi, he earns his 22nd start. The redshirt sophomore from Frisco, Texas, 17 points in meeting number 1 with Illinois State. Again, Scott Nagy, head coach of SIU, 23-32 in his 2 seasons, 11-20 in Valley play, 600 wins overall in his coaching career in his 31st season. Let's introduce you to the Redbirds of Ryan Peden at Illinois State, 15-7 overall, 7-4 in the Missouri Valley Conference. Johnny Kinziger will not earn the start again. He'll come off the bench. Freshman Mason Claybo will earn his 4th start of the season, his 2nd in league play. Freshman from Fargo, North Dakota. Landon Wolf, 6'5", 210, redshirt senior from Cedar Falls, Iowa, started his college career at Northern Iowa. He is plus 19 over the last 5 games. That's 2nd best on the team, only behind Chase Walker over the last 5 games. Another freshman from Aurora, Illinois, Tyree Coleman. Didn't do much against SIU in meeting number 1, only had 3 points, but he's got a game this year in Valley play where he has scored 18 at Indiana State. He's got 9 games in double-figure scoring, including a season-high 24 points back against Cornell. Ty Pence, a guard, 6'6", 205-pound junior from St. Joseph, Illinois, played at St. Joseph Ogden High School, 22 points in the first meeting between the Salukis and Redbirds all the way back. It feels like a decade ago, but that was all the way back on December 18th. And then Chase Walker, the preseason Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year, 15.7 rebounds in game 1 against the Salukis. How about 21 points, 5 rebounds in his most recent game, which was a week ago against Murray State. That's the starting 5 for the Illinois State Redbirds. Claybo, Wolf, Coleman, Pence, and Walker. Ryan Peden in his 4th season at Illinois State, a record of 63-59 overall. It's the first time under Coach Peden that his group had a positive first half start. They were below 500 through the first 10 games of league play in his first 3 seasons, 6-4 at the halfway mark. This year, of course, with the win against Murray State on the road, now 7-4. And what they've done is what you got to do, Coach Watson, if you want to be in the thick of this conference championship race, and they are only 2 games back, and they still host Belmont. That's the final game of the regular season. That's going to be an important one, but they protected home court. They've been so good here at SEFCU, 9-1 this year.
It's not an imposing place. I mean, it's a decent crowd tonight. It's certainly not what it had been when they opened up before the television era and so forth. So it's not a situation where it's going to be deafening in here. As a matter of fact, the energy might help Southern. But they've been good here, and that's what you got to be. You got to be good at home.
SIU will be wearing their road maroons with Southern Illinois spelled out in the front. White numerals in black trim in between Southern Illinois. Name spelled on the back in white, and white numerals in black trim. Illinois State, they will be in their home whites with Illinois State spelled out in the front in Redbird Fire Truck red. It's going to be Rollins Aligbe and Chase Walker jumping at center court. Right on that Redbird with the grayish outline and darker wood of the state of Illinois. Browns of League Bay stands on the yellow beak of that Redbird at midcourt. Chase Walker on the red mane of the bird. He tips it back with his left hand, and it's saved by Tyreek Coleman, sideline right in the backcourt. And down comes Illinois State trying to sweep the regular season series with SIU. On the near wing, Ty Pence in front of Southern's bench. To his right, Landon Wolf. On a bounce pass, it's Claybo. Claybo around a Walker screen, whips it to Walker. Low left block, up with his left hand, left it short. Ball deflected out to Drew Steffi. Here comes SIU, left to right. Steffi to the nail. Back straight away to Prince of League Bay. To his right, near corner, Calron House. House slows it down. No headband tonight for Calron House as he dribbles between his legs. His first start since returning from injury. Drew Steffi, low left corner, Jalen Haynes turns his shoulder in the Coleman. Still bouncing his way in. Left elbow comes near side to the right elbow, extended to House. House near baseline jumper, nothing but net. Good sign for Calron House, knocks down his first two. Again, he had 22 points in the first meeting between these two teams. 2-0 SIU, nearly 1 minute in, 56 seconds to be exact. Now 1 minute gone by. There's Landon Wolf straight away near that faded State of Illinois at midcourt. Claybo gets a hard screen from Walker. Claybo snakes to the near left elbow, goes far right corner, Pence. Pence picks up his dribble on the right elbow, back outside Coleman. Coleman to his left, double teamed all the way to the rack and a bad switch and lays it in. Tyreek Coleman, his first two, averages 10 per game. Tie game at 2, 18:40 on the clock. Prince of League Bay to his left, Drew Steffi, far left corner. Baseline left, Steffi, one hands it out. Prince a long three and swirls off. As Prince of League Bay now 0 for 14 on the season. 18-25. Claybo reversed out Wolf. Three on the way for him and makes him pay. Bad shot for Southern on one end. And then Illinois State knocks down a shot of their own. 5-2 lead, 18-15 to go in the first half.
Southern's got to make sure their defense on those switches, they got to keep their feet apart, keep the dribbler in their chest.
Yeah, not take your fifth best shot. Calron House at the midcourt logo. To his right. Right elbow extended. Floater from House. Rims off. Rollins can't get the rebound, but it's going to be an off-ball foul. And it's going to be on Illinois State. It's going to be the first foul on the Redbirds. It's going to go against Mason Claybo. Redbirds this year, not a team that fouls a ton, or they do foul more, I should say. They are 9th in the Valley in terms of foul rate, 36.3%. Only two teams worse than them. It's going to be Saluki ball as Tyler Kumpf talks things over with some of the players on the floor as Calron will inbound to the left of Southern's basket. I don't know why we're waiting so long.
We have a dress code issue going on, yeah.
Most important things that matter, the dress code. Calron quickly in, Prince of League Bay, far left corner. Now Drew Steffi, sideline left. Steffi attacks his man Wolf into the red paint. Low right block. Steffi can't get it to go down. It hit off the heel of the rim, and here comes Pence. Pence in the high post, middle of the paint. Back out Coleman. Pass stolen away by Steffi. Up ahead to Haynes. Haynes and SIU down left to right. They trail 5-2. Haynes overheads Rollins. Left arcing three on its way for Rilo, and it's off the heel and back outside to Illinois State. Claybo comes down right to left. 5-2 lead for Illinois State. 17:30 to go here in the first half. Claybo, right of the white hashes. Back outside Walker. Long three for Chase Walker is in. Not a good sign for Southern. Illinois State has had two open looks from three, and they buried him. 8-0 run for the Redbirds. 8-2 lead with 17:15 on the clock. Calron House to his left. Hands off Steffi on the perimeter. Prince of League Bay looks to his right. Hands off with Haynes, nearly falling down. To the Valley, Texton White. Bounce pass on the back door, Calron House. Bounced off the rim and couldn't fall, but a foul on Illinois State. Yeah, I believe it's going to be on Claybo again. That's Claybo's second. 17:02 on the clock. 8-2 lead for Illinois State as Southern will try to snap this 8-0 run here at the free throw line.
Beautiful back cut by House on the baseline. Great find by Jalen Haynes. Man, good basketball there on that possession. They got good things happening.
House, he got the first 2 points of the game to make it 2-0 SIU, and his free throw here rims in. Kissed every part of that rim before the sophomore from Louisville. Transfer from Jacksonville State. Prince of League Bay comes out after that bad three early in this game. Davion Sykes enters. 8-3 lead, 5-point lead for Illinois State. As Calron shrugs his shoulders. Multiple hip-high dribbles on that free throw line in White. Flings it up off his right hand and hit every part of the rim again, but ultimately it goes down. 8-4 lead, all 4 points to SIU's Calron House. Here's pressure from Southern. Ty Pence catches at his shoulders, comes back near sideline left. Coleman. Pressure backs off from SIU is now Coleman on that faded State of Illinois at midcourt. Coleman still dribbling hip high left hand. Coleman to his left. Switched off on the Calron House. Coleman back to his left, goes downhill. Back turned on House. Low left block underneath the basket. Loops it outside to Pence. Pence cuts his way through. Low left block. His runner right hand can't finish. Rollins Aligbe cleans up the board. Drew Steffi sideline left. Nearly dribbled it out of bounds. Steffi slows it down around an Aligbe screen. To his right. Back to Rollins. Open three with 20 on the shot clock. Wide right. Haynes drives. Gets the board. And he's going to force a jump ball with 16:21 on the clock. Possession arrow in favor of SIU. That's called attacking the boards right there.
And Jalen Haynes went high for that ball. That was a Rollins Aligbe type rebound. Really good play by Jalen.
So Calron with Rollins Aligbe, Davion Sykes, Drew Steffi, and Jalen Haynes on the floor. Near corner was House. Quickly to Rollins Aligbe. Goes off the glass for two. Rollins Aligbe for Southern gets his first bucket. Only had 6 shot attempts. Made 5 of them, most recently against UIC in that 2-point loss. Redbirds with the ball in the lead, 8-6. They had an 8-0 run. They take an 8-2 lead. Now Southern Illinois has responded back. Wolf lowers his shoulder in on Steffi into that red paint near the Valley. Texan White and a foul on Drew Steffi, and that's going to be the first on Southern. It'll be the first on Steffi. And that brings us to a media timeout. 8-6 lead for Illinois State. That's our first Ameren Illinois Energy Savings timeout. And SIU trails 8-6. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Your driveway is the gateway to your home. Don't trust just any business to do the job. Come to E.T. Simons, where our professionally trained and experienced staff will handle all of your paving needs. E.T. Simons is a Southern Illinois-based company who is an industry leader in the Southern Illinois construction industry. With over 75 years of experience, we service everything from commercial, industrial, governmental, and residential customers. E.T. Simons, paving the way to customer satisfaction since 1946.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at siualumni.com. Follow us on our socials. Join us in events and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the Svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
101.5 CIL FM, your number one for all of today's hit music. Today's hit music, 101.5 CIL FM. Proud to be the flagship home for Saluki basketball. With the Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin. 8-6 lead for Illinois State in the early going. They made both of their threes attempted in this game. 2 for 2 from the outside. Chase Walker with 1. And Landon Wolf with the other. Tyree Coleman's got the other 2 points for the Redbirds. They got out to an 8-2 lead, and then Southern has been able to score the last 4, and 8-6 here at 15:57 left. If you're just joining us, no Damian Mayo Jr. tonight. There's a lot of areas that impact Southern, obviously. Coach Watson, where do you think it impacts SIU the most?
I think on the defensive end, because he gives them 40 straight hard minutes against a good three-point shooting team. That's where going to be an area where someone's going to have to really pick up. I like what Southern's doing with their footwork. I've been very pointed about Southern's footwork. We'll see what happens, especially in the last 20. Back to the 6-point, underneath out of bounds. Illinois State, for some crazy reason, on a give back to the inbounder House, went to double team him. Great pass inside to Rollins. Rollins went right to the block where he should, took his man one-on-one and scored at the rim. Really smart play by Southern and well executed.
2 fouls on Illinois State, 1 on SIU. 8-6 lead for Illinois State. They have the basketball underneath their basket. Baseline left. Scumberg quickly in the Kinziger. Kinziger to his near right. Kinziger off the bench for the first time tonight. Goes far corner Coleman. Coleman drives into the lane from the Valley. Texton White off the back of the rim. Gets knocked out to Scunberg and Illinois State. They regain possession. Fresh shot clock and an illegal screen on Walker. That's going to be a 3rd foul on Illinois State. It's going to be the first on Walker. And it's going to be a key area tonight to see how often they call that screen because, man, all of his screens are about as physical as that one.
Yeah, on the road, you get that one right off the bat. Southern's got to keep playing tough and hard, as tough as their opponent.
Calron House down left or right for SIU. Davion Sykes in the high post. Hands off to Haynes. Haynes left elbow, rises and firing, rims in. Jalen Haynes with his first made field goal of the game ties it up at 8. 15:25 to go here in the opening half from SEFCU Arena, where SIU trying to get back to its winning ways to win their only third road game of the season. Ball loose, and is it going to be another illegal screen? It is. That is on Chase Walker. That's now 2 back-to-back. So Chase Walker gets his second. That's going to be the team's 4th. Ooh. And now Ryan Peden is going to have to go to Brandon Lieb. Ryan Peden saying no way. As Calron House and SIU, as the Redbirds boo their way, the fans here at Redbird Arena, as SIU has it now, here on the right side of the floor. Haynes to the elbow again, looking for Rollins. Backdoor Sykes, and he slams it in for 2. Davion Sykes cuts his way on the baseline, and a timeout by Ryan Peden at Illinois State with 15:05 on the clock. Man, that's where Davion Sykes is so good, Coach Watson, when he has the ability to drive baseline and dunk it in like that. Man, he's a fantastic player.
And how about the pass by Haynes?
Yep.
With pressure, hard pressure inside. He's no secret to anybody, Haynes. What a just great execution. I love when Sykes is opposite the floor of the ball. He's so good because, Luke, his man is in, his eyes are watching the ball. He's in help position. And, man, Davion really knows how to attack that backside of a defender's head.
Nikki Rischel of Coldwell Banker Prime Realty is the official realtor of Saluki Athletics. Visit Nikki today in Carbondale or contact her at 618-713-5353 to find your forever home.
Southern's got to be smart on offense and not go to ball screens for a while because the officials are hot on the ball screen action.
Coleman comes down right to left as Calron House guards him. Scumberg pressured out by Steffi. Bounce past the Pence on that yellow beak of the Redbird at midcourt. Kinziger to his right. Switched off on Rollins Aligbe. Kinziger high on that arc. Still dribbling his way now on an off-ball foul, and it's going to go to Jalen Haynes. It's going to be Haynes' first foul. It's going to be the second foul on SIU.
You ask about the impact that Damian not being in the game is going to have. Southern's got to use their fouls smart, especially in the perimeter. They cannot give fouls away in this game.
Coleman smacks that Nike Elite leather ball, trying to get it in. Almost a 5-second call. Lieb's got it in the short corner. Lieb one hard dribble to Kinziger. Kinziger thought about the 3, got Rollins in the air, drives on him to the front of the rim, back outside Scumberg. Scumberg straight away to his right. On the perimeter, Kinziger floater right at the hashes, and Johnny Kinziger gets his first 2 of the game. Tie game at 10. 14:33 to go here in the first half. House all the way to the rim. House can't rim it in. Rollins has the cleanup. Down low to the floor at his knees. Back up with his right hand. Blocked by Lieb. And now it's Scumberg in Illinois State. Up ahead, sideline left to Coleman. Tie game at 10. Ball deflected out. Steffi with the steal. Steffi sideline right to Calron House. Corrals at his shoulders. Behind the wide arc in front of Illinois State's bench. And Calron terminates back outside to Haynes, who bobbled it like a juggler. Going right back to Drew Steffi at midcourt. Steffi downhill. Bounce past Sykes, but threw it out of bounds. 14:04 on the clock. Tie game at 10.
Good idea. Good idea by Drew. Just not the right execution. His man kind of took off a little bit early. One-handed pass. That's where the one-handed pass comes back to bite you.
Drew Steffi out of the game. Max Picar comes in. So Southern going with a lineup that we honestly haven't seen. I don't know if we've ever seen this lineup. Rollins Aligbe, Davion Sykes, Max Picar, Calron House, and Jalen Haynes. Only 2 guards right now on the floor for SIU. Scumberg, high right arc, top of the circle to lead. Now left of the bend, Kinziger just made his first shot and a foul. And Coach Watson, that's exactly what you said. Not using your fouls smartly. It's the 3rd team foul on Southern, first on House.
They're going to call that on Picard. They got Picard down on the baseline by Brooks Wells. He saw action inside on the hole. Thank goodness. You know what, they could have called on House because there was contact there.
Yes, there was, and I actually thought that's what they were going to call. So it's on Picar. His first. Kinziger wide open 3 in the face of House off the side of the backboard and then comes off the Picar. Here comes SIU. Man, Haynes is just loose with that basketball right now in those black Under Armour sneakers. Near right side, Picard sits a screen for House, got to the nail, reversed out. Picard had to save it with his long frame, and he settled down far left corner, Jalen Haynes. Haynes, baseline left, turns his shoulder, in on Moore, goes underneath him, pass deflected and stolen. Tie game at 10. Here comes Illinois State right to left. Another turnover for SIU. That's their second of the game. Kinziger, near left side, got all the way to the rack. He nearly dribbled it out of bounds, and now it's Pence far right corner. Pence toe tapping, trying to save it on the sideline. Finds Moore, who's got to balance his way in tightrope, sideline right. Moore just inside the right bend of the arc. Goes low right block on Jalen Haynes. Lowers his shoulder in. Short shot, left it short. Got his own rebound. No, now Sykes takes it away. Sykes middle of the floor for SIU. Crosses over and dunks it in. Davion Sykes, that's called playing off two. 12-10 lead for SIU. 12:50 to go here in the first half.
Oh, why is it surprised me. He dunks it. He does it all the time. What a great athletic play.
Kinzinger, pass deflected by House. Oh, and then a foul on House. That's his first. Love the reaction, though, by what are they calling? Oh, they're going to call it on Kinzinger. They call it on Kinzinger, not on House. So that's going to go against Johnny Kinzinger. That's going to be his first. It's Illinois State's fifth.
I would have been disappointed if it had been House. House had the deflection with two hands like a volleyball block, and Kinzinger came down to hold his arms to keep him from getting the loose ball.
Jaheim Weber into the game for the first time as Calron House comes down left to right on the right of the bench. Jalen House, one hand's the Sykes at his knee. Sykes to his right, looking with a handoff with House. It's denied by Scumberg. High left, Art Picard, guarded by Moore. To his left, Jalen Haynes. Kinzinger closes out on him. One hand's Picard, bobbling at his left hand. Picard attacks, left elbow, bounce past Weber, lost it, regains control with 7, now 6, fading away with 4, off the rim, and the Brandon Lee. Sykes forcing a jump ball, but a foul. I'll say a foul on Davion Sykes, and that's going to be his fourth. But I think you can live with that tenacity there by Davion Sykes. It's going to be the fourth foul on Southern, 12-10 lead for SIU.
I really like Southern's energy right now, but as we keep talking about, a little bit shorthanded. Southern's got to be smart with all their fouls, especially on the perimeter. Like you said, with Sykes right there, we got a little depth on the inside. We may have to go really big at some point.
Johnny Kinzinger above that Redbird logo at midcourt. Now to Pence off on the Redbird logo. Comes to Moore on the near arc. Kinzinger pressured out by House around a leap screen. Still tracks him down. Rises from the right elbow. Back of the heel and over the backboard. Man, Kinzinger shakes his head as he comes back. 1 second under 12 minutes to go, which means that brings us to a media timeout. 12-10 lead for SIU with 11:59 to go. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
The roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Farm Credit Illinois, supporting rural communities and farm families with reliable, consistent credit, crop insurance expertise, and rural first lending for country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed. 12-10 lead for SIU as we're at the under 12-minute mark here in the first half. 11:59 to be exact. And, man, no doubt the message was clear after UIC, Coach Watson, that Salukis had to do a much better job on the boards. And Illinois State, one of the elite teams in the country in terms of defensive rebounds. And, man, completely different start to the game than what we saw against UIC. Southern 3 offensive boards already, 8 rebounds total. They're +2 on the boards right now.
+2 on the boards, +3 on the turnovers, +5 in possessions. That's a big factor in this game. Which told us Southern didn't drop their head when they found out that their team captain wasn't going to play. They decided they're going to man up, and next guy get up. And so far, the bench has done a really nice job in this game.
Davion Sykes has had 2 thunderous dunks. 11:59 here in the first half. Really playing with that confidence that we saw back in non-conference play, where he was one of Southern's key players in the non-conference portion of the season. So on the floor is Sykes, Steffi, Weber, Picard, and House. Steffi right now at the point. Bounce past Davion Sykes straight away. Sykes to his right, around a House screen. Spins his way through off of Weber's shoulders, but he regains control. Low left block. Baseline left in front of the rim. Weber muscles his way in, and it's going to be a travel. Turnover on Weber. 11:44 on the clock. 12-10 lead for SIU.
I love the way Jaheim Weber's just ducking his shoulder. He's getting one-on-one coverage. He's going to go right through Lieb and go get Southern a bucket. That's a good sign. Really good play by the big fella. He just got his feet a little happy.
12-10 lead for SIU. Straight away, Scumberg to his right. Wolf curls to the rim from the Valley Tech's got to go. Landon Wolf right in front of Max Picard. Got that shot to go. Tie game at 12. 11:28 to go here in the first half. Steffi, hip high dribble. Hands off Sykes. Sykes right of the bin with Haynes about to check in. Kelron House to his left. Scumberg hounding him. House to his left, back to Steffi. Near the midcourt Redbird logo. To his right, spinning right elbow at the Valley. Texan White fading away for Steffi. Did he get it? Yes, I could barely tell. Didn't know if it was an air ball or nothing but net. It was nothing but net. 14-12 lead for SIU. 9 minutes gone by here in the first half. Kinziger picked up by House at midcourt. Finds Brandon Lieb. Lieb looking with a two-handed chest pass to Wolf. Wolf has it on the near arc. Wolf down low to Scumberg. Sykes steals it. Sykes rips it away. Behind the back dribble, and it's going to be a block on Landon Wolf. That's going to be the 16th foul on Illinois State. Another foul against Wolf. Davion Sykes gets rewarded for the basketball play there to steal and rip it away, and Wolf got in front of him. Max Picard is out of the game, and into the game is Jalen Haynes.
Sykes is playing a ton in this first 10 minutes. Let's see if this can last for 30 more, because Southern's going to need him that long.
Cal Roundhouse behind that midcourt stripe. Hands off to Sykes. Now it's Jalen Haynes on the near arc. Haynes angles his way right to a stop. Right elbow, pivoting. Low left block Weber in front of the rim. He just threw it up as a prayer, and it went way wide left. 10:25 left here in the first half, and Rollins Aligbe about to sub into the game. Moore, high on the right arc, far right corner, goes low right block, into the red paint. Moore still with it, low left block of those wide hashes. Bounce pass out to Kinziger. Kinziger gets all the way to the rim, into the chest of House. Shot was blocked, ball loose, and a foul. Going to be on SIU at the end of the play. It's going to go against Davion Sykes. I believe that's going to be his second foul in the game. So Jaheim Weber comes out. And it is. That's Sykes' second. So he's got to be very careful here with 10:09 left, and Southern not taking him out of the game.
House and Kinziger are two guys that both teams know they can go out and get buckets. They're going at House. They're going at Kinziger on the other end. Smart plays out the rest of the half.
Moore tells Scumberg to get out of the corner. They lob it to Scumberg, left of the bin. Landon Wolf goes right by Steffi. Nearly one hand slams it in. No call. And it's going to be Illinois State ball.
Yeah, House came down, or I'm sorry, Haynes came down with the ball on the line. But it was a good play both ways. However, it's a terrible play defensively. Southern's crossing their feet really early in this game. They've got to get in a stance when they close out. They are just running with guys with straight legs. That does not work against teams that know how to play basketball. It works in non-conference, not in this game.
So Brooks Wells, make sure the shot clock's right. They're going to check the shot clock. They can't check possession to see if that is right because Southern's not challenging it, but they are going over to take a look to make sure that shot clock it reset to 20. Kinziger, can't remember what all happened there. Hopefully maybe we can get a sneak peek here at that play because I don't think it for sure never hit rim.
He went to dunk the ball. He's got
Correct,
the lane.
You're right.
Wolf went to dunk it. There was contact. It was a really good defensive play at the rim. It was a terrible defensive play on the ball. Southern's got to get cleaned up, and then House went high to get the ball and probably stepped out of bounds.
15 on the shot clock is what Brooks Wells says to set it to. They do get Davion Sykes out of the game with 2 fouls. Prince Aligbe gets inserted for him. Kinziger finds Brandon Lieb. Corrals with 2 hands at his chest. Straight away. Lieb still with it. Hands off Scumberg. Thought about the 3. Got House in the air. Drives on him. House stripped it. Goes right out of bounds off a House. 4.8 seconds on the shot clock. 9:53 on the game clock. SIU mucking up the game. 14-12 lead for SIU. Moore will inbound. Baseline right. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Moore looking to his left. Comes back to his right. Lobbed it in. Far right sideline. Kinziger far corner. Rises and firing. Ball got stuck as it got tipped up by Lieb. But the shot clock or the jump ball possession arrow to Illinois State. It stays with the Redbirds.
Don't see that very often, but when you do, it's kind of odd. Kinzinger's trying to find it. Man, you can tell he's a different player for whatever reason. He's just not in a smooth rhythm like we've seen him in the past years.
So they tried to get him going coming off the bench. That was one of the changes they made. Lieb with a fresh shot clock at 20. Finds Kinzinger as he backpedals his way in those Redbird red Nike sneakers. On the near wing, Kinzinger tried to use a Lieb screen to his right. Closed out hard by House. Now a three for Wolf in the face of Prince. Shot was missed. Long rebound to Haynes. Haynes sideline right for SIU. They lead by 2. Steffi nearly dribbles it out of bounds. Steffi bounced past the Rollins, bobbled it at his knees to the rim. Prince Aligbe low left block, got a shot block, and Moore gets it in the far corner. Moore comes down right to left. 14-12 lead for SIU. Illinois State with the ball. 9:13 to go in the half. Moore, runner in the lane, too strong. Ron's Aligbe corrals at his chest. Comes off to Calron House. House and SIU with the ball leading by 2. 9:03 to go till halftime. Jorge Moreno about to check into the game. Rollins downhill to his right, trying to get by Lee. Back outside, House with 17. House spinning with 15 left elbow. Ball getting loose on the floor. Kinzinger got it, saved it to his teammate Wolf, and then back ahead to Moore. Now a foul on the back end by Rollins Aligbe.
Cut bait Rollins, get back down and play defense. The turnover doesn't kill you, but the foul sure doesn't help you.
So Rollins, who's kind of gingerly walking to the bench. 16 foul on Southern. That's going to be Rollins' first. So Jorge Moreno will now get some time. Coach Nagy mentioned in our pregame conversation that would likely see Moreno tonight. Moreno did not play his last time out against UIC or against Northern Iowa.
It's a good matchup of Moreno and Lee. A good battle down at Southern's end.
Moreno sags down as Landon Wolf to his near side. Kinzinger down low is Scumberg. Scumberg post up Steffi in front of the rim. Right-handed hook shot wide left. Moreno gets the rebound. Didn't even hit the rim. Here comes SIU leading by 2 with the ball. 8:29 to go in the game in the first half. Steffi launches a 3. It's short. Prince tapped it back out. Jalen Haynes. No, Haynes didn't go for it. And it's taken away by Coleman. Coleman in Illinois State. All the way to the rim. His lay-in was short, but a foul. It's going to be a foul on Steffi. I know Coach Nagy can't believe it as Tyler Kump is about to tee him up here on the near sideline. But also what you need to be frustrated by is Southern had a chance to get that basketball, but Haynes didn't go for it.
Yeah, that's where the energy's got to be directed going
Absolutely.
after the ball. Haynes got caught watching, got lucky by, and it was a good play by, it was a good aggressive play by Prince to tip it out. He probably got away with it over the back. But
free throw line left as Coleman launches the free throw, and it's in. Tyree Coleman's got 3 points now for Illinois State as the Redbirds pull back within 1. 14-13 lead. Redbirds led by as many as 6 early. After that, they had that initial 8-0 run. Right now, it's a 14-13 lead as Coleman, the freshman, in those sparkling sneakers. Up off his right hand, swirled off. Marino, one hands to get the rebound as Lieb was right on his back. Calhoun House comes down left to right. 1 point lead for SIU, 8-10 to go till halftime. Jalen Haynes straight away with 21 on the shot clock. To his left, fading away from the elbow. Shot was long, rebound Wolf. Up ahead, Coleman. Coleman takes on Calhoun House, back to Pence, extra pass Wolf. Wolf to his right, diving towards the rim. Low right block, pivoting his way, off to Lieb. Lieb against Moreno, spinning to the rack. Hook shot well short, ball loose for Prince Aligbe eventually has it, and a foul on Lieb. That will bring us to immediate timeout. 7:45 to go here in the first half. 14-13 lead for SIU. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Romwood Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Romwood pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at RomwoodChevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
Atmos Wealth Management is providing guidance Saluki fans deserve. Learn more at atmoswm.com. Alongside the Hall of Famer Ronnie Watson, I am Luke Martin. 14-13 lead for SIU here over the Redbirds. And, man, Illinois State, they've really struggled. No field goals over the last 3:47.
Yeah, on the flip side, Lieb coming in for Chase Walker, who got his second foul at the 15:42 mark. Over that 7+ minute mark, Southern's only scored 4 points in their 12 possessions. So Southern, both teams, when they find some rhythm to get them a chance to score, they got to get Lieb out of the middle somehow. I do like the matchup with Moreno and Lieb inside, because Moreno's got such girth and he can get space, get around Lieb and get to the rim. But Southern's got to find a way to score, as you've talked about. Good shots have been hard to come by in these last 7 minutes.
And look, these are two of the better defensive teams in the league. We talked about that at length heading into this game. And actually, when you look at the data, since January 1, Southern's top 25 in the country in effective defense. And that's a tip of the cap to this Saluki team. And right now they lead it by 1, 7:45 on the clock. And SIU will have free throws here. They are in the bonus, and it's going to be Prince Aligbe who will go to the line. Prince earlier this week was 5 of 8 at the free throw line against UIC. That was back on Saturday. I had to think what day it was. My days run all together. You know
this last month they sure have, brother.
Prince on the year, 56%, 31 of 55. His first of a 1-and-1 with a 1-point lead. It's up on its way and rims it in.
Nice rhythm. Nice job, Prince. That's an important free throw. When the clock stops, you get a media timeout and you have to walk the length of the floor after that. That's really big.
15-13 as Aligbe communicates back to Southern's bench to figure out who he has in terms of defensive sub. Or a defensive assignment. Prince takes his time. Multiple hip-high dribbles in front of the Valley, text in white. And that fire truck red paint, it's off his right hand and ripples the rope. 2 points for Prince Aligbe. SIU leads at 16-13. It's now their largest lead here in the opening half. Tyreek Coleman from Illinois State, top of the key. Kinziger, pitch right back Coleman. Coleman left arc, shot fakes. To his left, Pence. Pence, who had 22 points the last time these two teams met. To his right, Lieb. Now it's Kinziger all the way to the rack, back outside Wolf for his second 3 of the game. Long rebound off of Moreno and into the hands of House. SIU goes down left to right, leading by 3. House all the way to the low left block. House surveying that defense with Kinziger on his near back. And now House runs his way back out with a hip-high dribble. House deflects up to Sykes. Now to his left, Moreno. Moreno searching for Haynes. Now comes back to Sykes with 10. Sykes rises from the nail, rims around and off. Ball deflected out of the hands of Moreno. Back to Sykes. Sykes to Haynes straight away with 18. Haynes to his right with 15. Spinning at the Valley Tax with 14. Bounce pass to Moreno with 10. Moreno at the line. Goes down low to Aligbe. Prince reverse lay-in. Rolls off the back of the rim to the right. Off to Tyreek Coleman in Illinois State. Right to left comes Illinois State. They trail by 3 with the ball. Coleman on that yellow beak of the Redbird in midcourt. To his left to Lieb on the wide arc. Lieb looking to his left, goes back to his right with a high dribble. Pitch back Pence. Pence downhill into the paint, fading away in front of Prince. Kissed off the glass too strong, roll off the front of the rim. House quickly down left to right for SIU and a 3-point lead. House behind the back dribble, back to Prince on the left of the bend. Now it's Davion Sykes straight away to Moreno. Moreno lost it, had his pocket pick. Kinziger with Haynes on his back. Now he spins back out and goes far corner. Kinziger trying to drive off of Haynes, and he dribbled it off of his foot out of bounds. There'll be SIU ball. Jalen Haynes with great pressure there. And I'm telling you, the play, Coach Watson, that was in Kinziger's mind when he was running was that block that Haynes had against UIC. If not, I think he goes straight to the rack. He knew who he had on him, and he tried to go back and then retrace his steps, and he couldn't.
That's where film can hurt you as much as help you. And believe me, you were right on the money. He saw who was on him. Southern did a nice job getting that ball back after an unfortunate turnover. Got Walker back in the game with 2 fouls late in this first half.
Calrun House, high left wing. Get Rollins a touch. Straight away, Prince Aligbe. Looks for Rollins in the post, fighting with Walker, right back out to Haynes. Haynes to his left, downhill to the nail. Finds a cutting Sykes, low left block, spinning through contact. Ball is loose. Haynes can't get it. Doherty, one hand saves it to Claybo. Up ahead on a lob to Coleman. His shot goes way wide left off the window. Here comes SIU left to right in a 3-point lead. Calron House, right elbow extended. Baseline right, and now House slows it down in front of Ryan Peen, who's in a defensive stance watching. Jalen Haynes around a House screen, and it's going to be a double dribble on Jalen Haynes, a turnover. 5:33 to go. 16-13 here in the first half. SIU with the lead.
Jalen was coming really hard off that screen on the curl cut, and he tried to catch with one hand. He actually dribbled it, kind of a fumble situation. He should have just picked it up. But a lot of times you see it play on in college basketball with that.
Coleman to his right, Claybo. Claybo, post-entry feed Walker with 2 fouls. Rollins goes for the swipe, can't get it. Walker still angling his way into the chest of Rollins, can't finish. Wide right, off the Rollins of League Left to right comes SIU. Jalen Haynes lobs down to Prince. Prince corrals it short corner, now back on the perimeter to Jalen Haynes. Haynes on a back door to House, and House lays it in. House in front of the rim. He's got 6 now in the opening half. 5-point lead for SIU. It's their largest lead of the game. 5 minutes till the end of the first half. Tyreek Coleman stares into the eyes of Calron House on that Redbird eye at midcourt. To his left, top of the circle, into the paint, at the nail, terminates. To his right, Claybo, catches at his hip, far short corner is Walker. Mid-range shot can't fall. Salukis collide for the board, and it's Calron House. House and SIU with a 5-point lead in the ball. Here in the first half, 4:38 to go till halftime. Prince of League Bay ISOs his way. Now it's Rollins with a 3, wide right. And defensive rebound for Illinois State. Here comes Claybo, quickly down, sideline left, angles top of the circle. Claybo still with it, reverse to Walker, thought about that routine 3. Now he'll attack Rollins of League Bay. Rollins takes him on. They try to trap him. Overheads Doherty. Long 3 for Doherty. It's long. Rebound Walker. And a foul. Is that on Walker? If that's on Chase Walker, that is his 3rd. It is on Chase Walker. He's got 3 fouls at the 4:13 mark in the first half, and Lieb's got to come in. And it's a 1-and-1. And Rollins, I believe, will be the one who will go to the line to shoot these free throws.
I was about to say on the last possession, give Walker a chance to foul you at the rim. No sense shooting threes right now. Rollins, go to that rim. He knows he's got 2, can't get 3. You're probably going to get an angle to get the basket. Well, now you got Lieb to deal with. That's okay.
You saying it's a good matchup?
Lieb's doing a great job defensively. He's really long inside.
Here's the 1-and-1 for Rollins. Free throw. Man, bury the free throw. No problem.
I'll trade their offense, though, won't you, Luke? Sorry about that.
That's all right. You cut me off a lot. I'm used to it.
I got excited.
You do. You get excited. A lot of sound effects from Ronnie Watson. 19-13 lead for SIU. Man, that one jiggles off of Lieb's hand. Oh, they're going to say, I think Southern should challenge it. I know it's close. Man, I know Coach Nagy maybe doesn't want to burn it, but I really thought that hand of Lieb got in there, and they can't because they've already inbounded it. You don't want to burn a challenge probably this early anyways, but 19-13 lead, 6-point lead for SIU. 4:03 to go here in the first half. Doherty straight away with 4 minutes. He torched SIU in this building a year ago. Baseline right, Coleman falling out of bounds, but a foul. That's going to go against Calron House. I believe that's going to be House's first foul. With 3:54 on the clock, that brings us to a media timeout. Guild Mortgage is your Saluki home team mortgage partner. Call Sean Daly today at 618-889-5266. Let him turn your home ownership dream into reality. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
If your old car is so ugly, dogs won't tinkle on the tires. If you have to dance naked in the moonlight and light a candle to make it start. If it just isn't the car you want it to be, Vic Koenig Chevrolet will give you a big bucket full of cash for it. No dancing necessary. Vic Koenig Chevrolet will buy your car, truck, or SUV, whether you buy one of ours or not. We'll pay you more than you ever thought you could get. And we'll put you behind the wheel of a newer, nicer ride that actually starts every single time. Vic Koenig has a huge selection of reliable pre-owned vehicles in stock now, and dozens of new Chevrolets on their way to Carbondale as we speak. But I promise you, they'll be sold before they ever hit the state line. Hurry in to Vic Koenig Chevrolet and call dibs. Vic Koenig Chevrolet in Carbondale, home of the world-famous SIU Salukis. VicKoenig.com on approved credit.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
State Farm agents, Bob Barr and Carbondale, Dave Anderson here, and are proud to support Saluki Athletics. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Contact Dave Anderson today at 618-942-7337. You know, Coach Watson, there's two sides of this thing for both teams. 19-13 lead right now for SIU. It's 11-2 run since Chase Walker got his second foul in the game for SIU. They lead it right now by 6, but there's kind of two ways. When you find out right before a game that your senior captain isn't going to go, your team looks at it one way, but sometimes the opposing team, when they find out that all of a sudden, oh man, Damian Mayo not going. Look, Southern's playing tremendous defense, and I think Salukis deserve a huge tip of the cap to that, but at times that can almost have more an effect on the team you're playing at times more than your own team.
Yeah, I am really surprised that Illinois State's disjointed, especially on the offensive end. Now, when you're a terrific player and Johnny Kinziger is really out of sorts in his game for whatever reason, it's one thing. Man, Southern has done a really good job. You got Clable back in the game with 2 fouls. That's an opportunity to get a scoring basket off a ball reversal and a rip drive. You've got Walker sitting on the bench. Southern's got a little bit of foul trouble. Not too bad, but Southern's done a really good job of disjointing this Illinois State team, speeding them up more than they want to.
Sykes is the one who's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls right now out there on the floor. Drew Steffi has 2, but he's on the bench. Free throw for Coleman. It's in for the 1-and-1. Makes his first. Coleman now 4 points. 19-14 lead. It is 8 fouls even. As Coleman, free throw line left, off of his right hand. Drilled them both. Coleman with 5. 19-15 lead for SIU. As Illinois State has 3 of their points at the free throw line here tonight. House try to get downhill. Comes back outside to Haynes. Haynes into the near corner. Davion Sykes back out to Haynes. One hands the Prince of League Bay on the perimeter. Prince takes on Doherty. To his right, spins in the Clabo. Back outside Haynes. Haynes with 9, with 8. Hoists up a 3. Short. Rebound loose, and Prince of League Bay held him, but it's going to be Redbird ball. It was kind of one of those probably where you're like, do you want the ball or the foul if you're Illinois State? And it's going to be Illinois State ball, but Prince clearly grabbed his man and almost threw him to the floor.
Yeah, it was a frustration play. He's got to quit. Southern's in a great spot in this game. He's got to play like a senior tonight.
Yeah. Coleman. Southern gets a break. Clabo with 2 fouls here on the near wing, trying to get by Jalen Haynes, freshman on freshman here. Clabo finds a cutting Wolf at the nail, rises with his right hand, wide left. Ball off to the left, and House corrals it off the Rollins of League Bay, and here comes SIU. SIU leads 19-15, 3:05 to go till the end of the half. House quickly to the rock and knocks it in. Calron House, he's got 8 points here in the first half. 21-15 lead for SIU. 2:57 and ticking on that winding clock as House tucks in that maroon jersey. He kind of pushes down on his groin. Coleman to his right, switched off on the Prince of League Bay. Coleman right back to Wolf straight away on the near wing. Doherty, 3 in front of Sykes, and he knocks it in. Jack Doherty, only his 16th made 3 of the season, shoots 22% this year, but last year he had 5 threes in this place against SIU. Southern turns it over. It's off of Sykes' knee as Wolf threw it off of him, and now it's 21-18. SIU with the 3-point lead. Doherty stays in, man. You really hope that doesn't wake him up.
First made field goal in 9 minutes. House comes down the floor, tries to make too tight of a pass on a cutting Sykes on the baseline. Just not the right play at that time. Southern's got to continue to make a stop. Don't let Doherty get going.
7 turnovers for each team. As Lee high on that right arc, finds Landon Wolf left of the bend. So Tyreek Coleman on the right arc. Coleman to his right, tries to cross over House. Now it's Doherty. Doherty on Davion Sykes. Sykes poked it loose. Haynes trying to save it in front of Southern's bench. Sykes diving. Man, bodies are all over the floor, and it's going to be off of SIU, and it's going to stay with Illinois State. 2:10 on that clock. Scott Nagy watches as he paces from his left to right with a white pullover on. As Scunberg, Clabo out. Scunberg, Doherty, Wolf, Lieb, and Coleman, the 5 on the floor for Illinois State. House, Rollins, and Prince of League Bay. Jalen Haynes and Davion Sykes. Leave to Coleman, open three, short ball in the air, still in the air, hanging. Prince of League Bay saves it baseline left. And House stepped out of bounds, and they're going to say, and Coach Nagy, I mean, you could challenge it. And Coach Nagy can challenge it if you want, but 2:02 left.
It's got to use it or lose it, too.
I
It's
know.
a use it or lose it one.
So use it or lose it if you want. If you really want the possession, I mean, 2:02 left, 21-18 lead. So Claybo, or I should say Scumberg, inbounds to Coleman. 21-18 lead, under 2 minutes to go till halftime. Coleman lost it. House knocked it out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Illinois State. Last touch by House. 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Let's not foul here, fellas.
Yes.
Not a good time to foul. Keep your hands in a space where.
What? Oh, no. Why are you oh, my. If we're going to challenge one, we should.
The wrong one.
I know, we challenged the wrong one. Because I think that was off of House's hand. Now, the one on the possession prior, I think you maybe would have had a chance. That's bad information. That's bad intel. That's bad intel, Rodney. You challenged the one prior. You don't challenge that one.
Nope. And now, for sure, Southern can't foul here. They got to play really smart on the defensive end, and gives Illinois State
I'm
a chance
taking
to
a look at
regroup.
it right now, Rodney. Well, they're looking at the play previously, and I don't think that's the play they're challenging. Are they? I mean, how can you challenge the one prior?
I don't know. The ball came in bounds.
So, because then it was deflected again, right?
Yeah, it came in bounds.
So how could you challenge? Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, it's SIU. So which play did they challenge? So if they challenge the one here, that's the right call. But man, if it's the one, I didn't know that you could challenge that because the ball already was inbounded.
I have no idea, my friend.
Okay, so it ended up being the way it should be. It should be Saluki ball, but Prince with 21-18 with 1:56 on that clock. Prince inbounds it in the Calron House, and now left to right as House past that Redbird at midcourt on the near arc. 21-18 lead for SIU. House to his left, runner in the lane, off the back of the heel, knocked out by Prince, and will go back to Illinois State. 1:43 left. Man, I'm still just bewildered.
They were showing the play.
They
from
were
the
showing
play
the
before.
one. Yes.
That's amazing how you can do that. I don't get that one, but all right, let's go.
21,
no foul.
Yeah, 1:40 left here in the opening half. 3-point lead for SIU. Doherty, who just made a three, finds Landon Wolf. Scumberg corrals on the faded State of Illinois near midcourt. Scumberg to his left. Doherty, another three on its way off the heel. Goes to his right, Wolf. Wolf has the extra opportunity, and now Scumberg slows it down. 1:23 on the clock, 15 on the shot clock. Lieb trying to get downhill. So it's a hard screen for Coleman. Coleman snakes his way on House. Back outside on the perimeter is Wolf. Wolf hesitates, trying to get by Prince. To his right, right-handed hook shot, rims it in. Landon Wolf, he's got 7 points. That's what he averages here in the first half. 1-point lead for SIU. 1 minute to go. Calron House. Prince of League Bay just drives right into his man. That's a charge.
3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions. And I don't mean to be overly critical on these guys, but, man, seniors got to play like seniors in big moments. There was nothing in that play that was worth anything that happened. So now Southern's got to get a good defensive stop here and get the momentum back somehow before they go to the locker room.
Under a minute to go. Coleman wide open, lost his dribble down to the floor, saving it on the sideline, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds and stay with Illinois State. 51.8 left in the half. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Illinois State will inbound.
Steffi has 2 fouls. Sykes has 2 fouls on the bench.
Sykes is out there right now. Steffi is on the bench with 2 fouls. Prince of League Bay guards the inbounder in Coleman. Coleman lobs it in near side to Wolf. Wolf, who's got 7 points, bounce pass to Coleman with 15 on the shot clock. 45 on the game clock. It's down to 13 on the shot clock. Leave in Illinois State. They trail by 1 with the ball. Doherty to his right, Wolf, open 3 off the right arc, rims off, rebound loose, volleyballed out, still on the floor. Sykes saves it. Sykes up ahead to Haynes. Haynes sideline left. 4-second differential. Game clock, shot clock. Haynes to the rack. Man, it was loose out of bounds. And is it just going to stay with Southern, or was there was a foul call? Man, I was going to say there was tons of contact. Coleman fouls Haynes, and Haynes will have 2 shots. Haynes to the line, where he's a 77% free throw shooter, as the freshman will try to calm things down here for Southern. 21-20 lead. SIU, they've led for the majority of this first half, 13 minutes. As Haynes, free throw line right, and that black Under Armour headband, and it's off to the right. 28.3 seconds left. House is out. Max Picard comes in for Cal Runhouse. So Haynes will try to convert here on his second free throw. SIU 0 for 6 from 3 in this game. They're 5 of 7 at the line. Make it 6 of 8. Jalen Haynes knocks in that free throw for his 3rd point of the game, and a timeout by Scott Nagy. Shot clock turned off. Illinois State could take the last shot if they want. 28.3. It's a 2-point ball game.
Going to try to get Tyler Kump to come over and see if he would give us an explanation on that. We'll see if we can get it at halftime maybe. Probably won't, but anyway, Southern came out.
The play they showed, now granted, the play they showed here was the one that was the TV feed, so it's not, the DV Sport is one monitor over, so, but I would assume that was the play they saw, because the one that Kelron knocked out, it would have been a tough call either way.
Especially at overturn, right?
But I am shocked that you could say, I want to go back.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was the MVC monitor we saw there on a different play possibly. But anyway, Southern came out of that one okay.
Yes.
Now they've got to have a good possession here.
28.3 left in the half. 22-20 lead for SIU. As Landon Wolf will be the trigger man. Wolf, Coleman, Kinzinger, Doherty, Lieb on the floor for Illinois State. Coleman walks it down right to left. 22 on that game clock. He stands on the red bird at midcourt with 20. He's on that yellow beak with 18. Alternates between his right and left hand. Illinois State trails by 2. 22-20, 12 seconds. Coleman to his right to Kinzinger with 10. Now Wolf with 9. Straight away with 8. Kinzinger to his right with 7. Right arc with 6. Kinzinger on the perimeter with 5. Into the lane with 3. Wolf open 3 for the lead. He got it, and he's fouled. Max Picard fouled him. They have the lead and a chance at a 4-point play going into halftime. 1.6 seconds left.
Positioning was out of whack from the whole time. Max was too deep in his position. It was going to be, he knew his closeout was going to be on the perimeter. He just stood there, watched the dribble.
Wolf having a chance at a 4-point play with 1.6 left, and he converts on it. Southern will inbound. Haynes from 3-quarter court. Air ball. And SIU, after a fantastic first half, Redbirds with a 4-point play to head into the halftime locker room with a 24-22 lead. The Built Ford Tough, powered by MediaCom halftime is next. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
If you love the outdoors like I do, then you'll love Southern Illinois. But the indoor activities are also great. I'm Luke Walsh, and I'm proud to play for Saluki men's basketball. In this region, there's nothing like the fans and community support, and one of the biggest supporters is Banterra. It's why I'm glad to be a customer. I opened my account online, and their Saluki Visa debit card supports SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
The Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois has the most highly trained team of orthopedic, spine, and podiatric surgeons, including interventional pain management. From sports medicine to neurosurgery, podiatry, and interventional pain, we are committed to providing the very best in diagnoses, treatments, physical and occupational therapy, and rehabilitation to local athletes. Visit OISIL.com or call 618-997-6800. OISI is the official orthopedic provider of Saluki Athletics.
A Saluki tradition since 1896, the SIU Alumni Association is the heartbeat of Saluki Nation. Our legacy is strong. Through events, programs, networking, and scholarships, the association keeps alumni connected and supports our current students. Stay connected and show your pride. Update your contact info at SIUalumni.com. Follow us on our socials, join us in events, and shop SIU first with the Saluki Market. Once a Saluki, always a Saluki.
Southern Illinois has a new place to party it up or wind down. Introducing Southpaw Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. With 22,000 square feet and a full kitchen, they have everything you need to make the most of your lunch, dinner, or night out. Burgers, wings, and barbecue are their speciality. It's the all-new Southpaw Bar and Grill. Check them out on Facebook or find them at the corner of Route 127 and the Ava Blacktop. Now open Sunday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. to midnight and 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Southpaw Bar and Grill, the official Saluki watch party destination of Murfreesboro.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, powered by Mediacom. Brought to you by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Also brought to you by your Illinois Ford dealers and the F-150, proud sponsors of your Southern Illinois Salukis.
This is the Built Ford Tough, powered by Mediacom halftime. SIU trails 24-22. Man, just hate to see that for the Salukis, Coach Watson. They led the first half for 13 minutes and 30 seconds, and really for the majority of it, Illinois State had that 8-2 lead early, and then once the Salukis got that lead and Chase Walker left the game, Southern was in the lead for the majority of it, but a big 4-point play at the end of the half put Landon Wolf in the double figures. He's the lone player in this game right now in double figures.
Yeah, that last turnover by Prince got Southern's turnovers to 9 in that first half. They're playing too well to turn the ball over. They really don't have to. With Chase Walker, they have to play as fast as they want, as they're trying to do in the half court. Now, if you're trying to push the ball when you have numbers, that's one thing, but man, in the half court, and just get the ball moved from side to side, put pressure on that defense. They've done a nice job of fine cutting. Got to be a little bit wiser with how tight a space they're making those back cuts, making the pass to the back cut. But all in all, Southern played a good first half. Just, big plays down the stretch by Illinois State. The 3-point play by Wolf, who's got 11 in that first half.
4-point play.
Yeah, 4-point play. Just no reason to have that at that point in the game. The last thing you want is a foul, regardless.
Redbirds 4-12 from outside. They made their first 2, and then from that point on, it was a little bit of a struggle from the outside. Landon Wolf, he's made 2 of those 4 threes in the game. Again, he leads them in scoring. Big story, Chase Walker, only 3 points, and a big reason for that is because he's had 3 fouls. 2 of them were the screens out on the perimeter that they got him for. The other was battling for a board. So Chase Walker to eye early. He's the only player right now in this game with 3 fouls. Southern, 3 guys with 2 fouls, but 2 of them are really important to Southern. Drew Steffi and Davion Sykes. It doesn't look like it, but man, Sykes was really big in the first half. He had the best plus-minus. When he was on the floor, it was +2 for Southern Illinois.
Yeah, really did a good job there. Sykes is so key to this team, and especially, as a senior, he knows his time is coming near, end. He's only got 30-some games left in his college career. He's playing like it tonight. He's really playing like a senior, playing hard. He's got to be wise with his fouls this second half, but his energy level is so good for Southern.
How does Southern really cap this thing off, Coach Watson? I know we're going to hear your halftime adjustments. Don't want to necessarily get to those yet, but clearly Salukis are playing their tails off again without Damian Mayo as well. A tremendous effort to be hanging around here within 2. You feel like it could feel better here at half, but look, it's only a 2-point ball game. There's a lot of basketball left.
Yeah, again, I always come back to these field goals made. Both teams have 8 field goals made. It's kind of amazing how close that stat is. So it's the things that you can control. I mean, make sure you control what you control. Southern's done a good job of being first to loose balls. That's going to be a big factor in this game. It establishes tempo. Officials, for whatever reason, tend to give you the benefit of the doubt if you're willing to get a floor burn on your knees. So Southern's got to do those things. They got to play smart now. I mean, they got to take care of the basketball and don't give up easy shots that you don't have to give up.
They're winning the rebounding margin, 23-19. That's a really positive sign.
Defensive end, right, Luke? I mean, that's the big thing we've talked about in finishing off a defensive possession. You can guard balls and all that stuff. They can miss shots, and that all looks good on the stat line for the field goal percentage part of it. But the reality is you got to get the rebound, because if they're getting 2 offensive rebounds and they're shooting 33% but getting 2 points, it's really a moot point in all reality.
Southern also 9 turnovers. The majority of them came late in the half. Only 8 for Illinois State. Salukis with 3 steals in the game. Illinois State with 4. And the bench production, very minimal. Again, with Damian Mayo getting hurt, that really shifts things around. 5 points for Illinois State's bench. 3 from Doherty, 2 from Kinziger. Again, Landon Wolf right now is the only guy that's somewhat, quote-unquote, gone off for Illinois State. But we told you, it may not necessarily be points-wise for him, but, man, he makes some really impactful plays. And
he's taking the most shots, right?
Yes.
That's usually a big factor. He's the guy that's saying, I'm going to take this thing over, and he's got the ability to do it. House has done a good job with on his side. 3 of 6. That's very good shooting. 2 of 2 from the line. It's an area where Southern's got to be good. Obviously, free throws. If this game stays a possession game, no doubt free throws will really dictate, again, just like they do in most college games or any basketball game for that matter.
We'll take a timeout. Baxton Guy has that scoreboard look around the Missouri Valley Conference when we come back. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
Southern Illinois, during every season, what matters most is having a team you can depend on. A cancer diagnosis means it's time to lean on professionals with the expertise in personalized plays to guide you forward one powerful step at a time. Your home team is here. SIH Cancer Institute, advancing care for our communities. Learn more at sih.net/cancer.
Roar of the crowd. Buzzer beaters. There's nothing more thrilling than Saluki basketball. And just like the Salukis, Vogler Ford is putting prices in a full-court press. Take advantage of slam dunk savings on a new Bronco. Or make a fast break in a new Explorer for less than you'd expect. We're keeping high prices in foul trouble all season long. So when you want to get a new Ford, you've got to get to Vogler.
Samron Midwest Contracting is the region's first choice for construction services. Since 2003, Samron has completed thousands of projects for various customers across the tri-state area. Whether it's a commercial project, an asphalt parking lot or driveway, or commercial or industrial concrete, Samron has you covered and offers flexible financing options. For more information, visit samron.com. Samron Midwest Contracting, proud supporter of Saluki Athletics.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Southern Illinois University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Paxton Guy back on the Built Ford Tough halftime, powered by Mediacom. Illinois State leads this one by 2, 24-22. They're just underway at Ford Center. Indiana State's jumped out to a 10-2 lead over Evansville. Minute and a half into the game in Murray. UIC and Murray State tied at 2 apiece. Valpo and Bradley about to tip off in Peoria. It's an 8 o'clock tip in Nashville between Drake and Belmont. Top 25 tonight. Number 23, Miami of Ohio, going for 23-0. They're leading Buffalo 70-66, 2.5 minutes left there. Number 3, UConn, 55-25. They lead Xavier. 4th-ranked Duke up on Boston College, 49-31, early second half. SEC at the half. Number 25, Tennessee, leads Ole Miss, 26-25. A little later, number 19, St. Louis, going for their 16th win in a row at Davidson tonight. The Billikens, 21-1. On the season. Dogs trail this one 24-22. It's the Built Ford Tough halftime, powered by Mediacom, and this is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you, because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie Classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
This is Steve Huggart, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the three-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need. Our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
On the Saluki Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the Built Ford Tough Halftime Show, powered by Mediacom. Also brought to you by Banterra Bank. Apply for your Banterra Saluki Visa debit card today. Stop by Banterra to learn more. Member FDIC. And by Mediacom, home of extreme and 1 gig internet speeds. Now, with the call of the second half, here is the voice of the Salukis, Luke Martin.
Let's get to our halftime adjustments brought to you by Woodard Wellness Group. Call for your courtesy consultation, 529-4545, and see if Dr. Woodard can get you back to health. 529-4545. Dr. Brian Woodard is a certified chiropractic sports physician.
Southern's got to do especially two things. One, on offense, they've got to stop making unforced, hurried turnovers. Their turnovers are coming in spots where they're not even making Illinois State work for the ball. They got to make sure they guard. They got to make sure Illinois State, give them a chance to break down defensively. No reason to make hurried, fast turnovers. Secondly, on the flip side, Southern's got to keep their feet apart guarding that dribble. Illinois State's going to come back and look for mismatches. They're going to go at house. They're going at house early and often. They're going to get him in switch situations. They're going to head downhill. They're going to continue to get Wolf the basketball. Doherty's found life. These three-point shooters, no one's shooting the ball great. Illinois State shooting 25% in this first half. Southern just under 31%. So Southern, whatever team can get a little bit hot, defensively Southern's good at chasing guys off, but they got to move their feet when they square people up on the dribble.
Those were the Woodard Wellness halftime adjustments as we are getting ready here for the second half. Salukis whistled for 10 fouls in the first half. Illinois State was whistled for 9. And how do you really go after Chase Walker here and maybe try to get him possibly into his fourth foul? And because they're completely different offensively when he's on the floor.
I'm telling you, they struggle to score. It's obvious. Kinzinger's in a weird spot, but you go at him a couple of ways. Not so much on the ball screen, but I would go at him by running a curl cutter off that thing on the low post, put him in a spot where he's got to help uphill. He doesn't want to help. That'll give the screener an option on a drop-off pass inside to get an angle to the rim and maybe pick up a foul. But by and large, if you can get an angle anyway off of getting him to help up off of a screen action, that gives you an angle to turn and score for Rollins Aligbe.
24-22. SIU trailing Illinois State 4-point play at the end of the half. Gave Illinois State its first lead since the early stages of this game back in the first half. Just good to see. The one thing that, yes, Max Bakar with the foul there on the perimeter, but one thing Salukis have done an outstanding job in recent weeks. I almost thought it was a misprint, Coach Watson, when you go down here and now still 20 minutes to go, granted, but Scunberg, 0 points. Pence, 0 points. Chase Walker in foul trouble with 3. Southern's done a good job outside of just Landon Wolf making some really good plays.
We know Pence can get going. He's starting this second half along with Kinzinger. Gunbird's coming off the bench in this half.
No Chase Walker to start the second
Chase
half.
Walker coming off the bench as well. Smart play there, I think, by Illinois State.
It will be Prince of League Bay, Rollins of League Bay, Jalen Haynes, Calron House on the floor to start this second half. Wolf, Pence, Lieb, Kinzinger, and Coleman are on the floor. SIU in front of their bench. They start with the basketball in the high post. Rollins of League Bay, hands off Drew Steffi. Steffi backs his way to the nail at the Valley. Texton White off to the left, and his runner can't go. Lieb gets the rebound, 2-point lead for Illinois State. 24-22 here in the second half as Illinois State trying to prove the 10-1 inside Saluki Arena this year. Lieb to his left on the perimeter. Coleman back to Kinzinger in the face of Haynes. Three was short. Rollins of League Bay cleans the boards. Rollins to his right, finds a prancing House middle of the floor. House just inside right of the bend, goes back top of the key. Rollins hesitates straight away off to Jalen Haynes. Haynes looking to his right, finds Prince of League Bay. Prince tells Drew Steffi to clear out and set a screen for House. House has it, trying to get downhill on Kinzinger. Spins to the Valley, Tex rises, firing and in. Nothing but net for Calron House. He's in the double figures. He's got 10. He had 8 in the first half. Tie game at 24.
Southern's gone at Kinzinger 2 times. I love that mismatch for anybody on the floor.
Coleman, near wing, goes left to the bend to Kinzinger. Kinzinger finds a leaping Wolf. He leads all Redbirds with 11 points. Wolf with Steffi on him, front of the rack. Wolf, little floater, can't go. Rollins of League Bay gets the board. And here comes SIU right to left. Tie game at 24. House downhill on the freshman Coleman. Spinning back Rollins. Rollins to his left. Drew Steffi. Steffi downhill to his right. Bounce past Rollins. Open on the weak side. And Rollins lays it in. Reverse lay-in for Rollins of League Bay. His first 2 in the second half. SIU back in front.
Steady die to that. That's that screen and roll that Southern just it executed perfectly.
18:30 on the clock. 26-24 lead for SIU in the second half. Kinzinger to his right. Rising from the elbow. Blocked by Haynes. Steffi has it sideline left. Steffi on his way down for Southern. Middle of the red paint. Dished out the House. He saves it before it goes out of bounds. Sideline right of the bend to the nail. Back outside Prince of League Bay on the perimeter to Jalen Haynes. Haynes, the right hand hip high dribble with Coleman guarding. Now straight away Rollins of League Bay. 2-point lead for SIU. They have the basketball, but they just threw it out of bounds. But it was touched last by Illinois State. 13 on the shot clock. Damian Mayo coaching as he stands up on that sideline. He's out, but trying to make an impact. House gets that Nike Elite leather ball. Looking inbound. Haynes is open. Near corner. Overheads to Rollins of League Bay with 10. Rollins at the free throw line with 8. Hands off with House with 7. Mid-range shot with 5. Rolled around and off the rim. The Tyreek Coleman in Illinois State. 2-point lead for SIU. Lieb in transition. Top of the key. Hands off Kinzinger. Kinzinger rolls to the basket. Open Lieb. Got his man Rollins in the air. Nearly couldn't finish, but his shot eventually rolls in with no foul. Tie game at 26. 17-28 on that clock as Brandon Lieb with his first 2 points of the game. 17:30 on the clock. SIU with the ball left side of the floor. Rollins holds that Nike ball over his head, finds House in the paint, rises and firing, just swirls off, and it comes out to Lieb in Illinois State. Tie game at 26. Illinois State quickly down. Coleman just fell down to his ground off of his butt, got knocked out of bounds by Southern, and it stays with Illinois State. They wanted to travel. Coleman did fall down on his own, but I don't know if he really had possession of the ball as he fell down. And I think that's exactly what Brooks Wells is saying back to Scott Nagy. 22 on the shot clock. Illinois State ball. Coleman quickly in the Chase Walker, who's got 3 fouls. To his left, Ty Pence. Kinzinger finds Walker wide open. Nearly dunked it in, but he laid it in with Rollins on his back. Walker's got 5. Here comes Illinois State on defense. They lead by 2. House nearly falls down, stumbling back out the Prince of League Bay. Prince one hands at Haynes on the right arc. Straight away, Rollins finds Steffi. Open, low left block, laid it in off the glass.
Beautiful offense. What a nice ball reversal and a cut by Steffi. Beautiful pass by Rollins.
Tie game at 28. SIU and Illinois State in the 171st meeting between these two teams. Pence heated up by Prince near left wing. Chase Walker. Walker looking for Kinzinger. Now everybody backs off. Walker still with it. Trying to get rid of it with 10. Now 9. Walker off to Coleman with 8. Coleman inside the arc with 6. Low left block with 5. He's guarded by Rollins with 3. Chase Walker with 2. Hook shot didn't hit the rim. It went wide right. Almost a shot clock violation. SIU has it. Tie game at 28. House in the high post. Slows it down to Prince. Near wing. Jalen Haynes around the Prince of League Bay screen and a foul on Prince. That's Prince's second foul. Yes. Davion Sykes into the game.
Unforced turnover. Southern's done up to that possession. Southern, every shot Southern's taken in the first 6 possessions has been in the lane, where Southern can really put heat on people. Prince has got to quit turning that ball over, man. Those are unforced errors. He's just got to really play under control and slow down.
Claybo has 2 fouls for Illinois State, and he's scoreless in the game as well. Kinziger out high on the left wing. Now Chase Walker straight away with 20. Near side Scumberg. He's looking for his first points. Scumberg, who didn't start tonight, coming off a fluke. Claybo to a cutting Kinziger, or Wolf fell down, and now SIU has it sideline left. Lob to the rim, and he threw it out of bounds. Kelron House tried to get the highlight reel to Sykes, but he just lobbed it from nearly from the midcourt line.
Works in practice.
Yeah, but not
doesn't work when the conference tournament's on the line, does it?
When it's 5-0, maybe.
Yeah.
Tie game at 28, 15:51 on the clock. It's our first Ameren, Illinois Energy Savings timeout of the second half. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Woodard Wellness Group is the official chiropractor of Saluki Athletics. Woodard Wellness Group, located in Carbondale, offers chiropractic services and sports medicine to provide relief from neck and back pain and many other stress-related conditions. The all-new Pro Adjuster is a breakthrough in healing, which uses gentle chiropractic care along with advancements in computers and engineering technologies to evaluate patients' needs. The staff applies Pro Adjuster data and their expertise to then discuss treatment plans with patients. With the help of this modern technology, making you feel better just got easier with Woodard Wellness.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Romwood Chevrolet in Heron makes it easy to shop online anytime. Shop our entire selection of new and pre-owned vehicles from anywhere. And with new inventory arriving daily and special Romwood pricing, our team will always have a deal waiting for you. It's so simple to find your price, get pre-approved, and drive home today. So check us out online at RomwoodChevy.com and we'll send you home happy. And go Dogs!
Back here inside SEFCU Arena, SIU and Illinois State in a tie game at 28. Mid-South Ford dealers, proud supporters of Saluki Athletics, a title sponsor of the Built Ford Tough, powered by MediaCom. Halftime. Kohl's, from jerseys to hats and more, fan favorites. Find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's. Kohls.com. SIU 28, Illinois State 28. Redbirds 7-4 in the Missouri Valley Conference. SIU right now at 3-8, trying to get to 4 wins as they have 9 games left in this Missouri Valley Conference schedule. Alongside the Hall of Famer Rodney Watson, I am Luke Martin, Paxton Guy, back at our network studios. Salukis +5 on the rebound so far in this game, and that's a big reason why they are staying in this thing. Coach Watson and Saluki's still in this tie game, and it's going to be Illinois State ball here out of timeout.
Man, Southern's doing a good job on those defensive boards, something that we've talked a lot about in the podcast during the games. Hope we can keep that up.
Claybo comes down left to right, far sideline left. Finds Landon Wolf, who had 11 in the first half. Bowden Scumberg straight away, guarded by Drew Steffi. Near wing Claybo, post entry feed to Walker, guarded by Jaheim Weber. Walker going to try to take him on back outside the Claybo. Gets reset into the paint, attacks Weber, goes up, blocked by Weber, regains control. Walker got Weber in the air, and he's fouled. Weber's got to stay down. That's exactly what Scott Nagy trying to yell out to him. Weber did a good job defending, just picks up that foul, and Walker will go to the line in a tie game at 28, 15-29 on the clock.
Walker's made himself a good free throw shooter, but I'll tell you, Luke, that was really good defense, one-on-one inside. This is the first time Southern's ever gone one-on-one against Walker.
Walker, a lefty, flings up the free throw and missed it. Walker last year was 69%. This season he's moved up to about 74%.
That's a big number for a big guy like that.
So Walker tucks in that jersey. Still tie game at 28. He's got another one coming. SFQ Arena silent as Chase Walker, the lefty, flies it, and nothing but net for Chase Walker. As Walker now 3 points in the second half, 6 in the game. 1 point lead for Illinois State, 15:30 to go here in the second half. Kelron House, low right block. One hands it back out to Davion Sykes. Drew Steffi on the near wing To his right, Jaheim Weber. Weber looking for a handoff on House. House has it downhill to the left. Davion Sykes, low left block. He's posting up. Sykes spinning baseline, goes up off the glass, can't finish. Touched out of bounds and will go to SIU. 15:09 halted on that clock. Tyler Kump will give the basketball to Drew Steffi, who will inbound in the near corner, right in front of Southern's bench on the sideline. And I believe it's going to be now House who, nope, Steffi will now inbound it. Steffi has to stay in one spot as Damian Mayo stands right next to him as he's out tonight with an injury. Steffi looking, finds House around a Weber screen as he got that inbound. Feeling the effects of it was Scunberg. House takes on Scunberg. To the rack, his lay-in miss. Weber tried to clean it up, but couldn't corral it. Landon Wolf and Illinois State come down left to right. 1 point lead for Illinois State as Jorge Moreno about to check into the game for SIU. Kinziger to his left, at the nail. Back out Walker, takes on Weber. Spinning into his chest. Walker still in the paint. Back outside Kinziger with 13 on the shot clock. Kinziger to his left. In the high post, runner from the left elbow, rims off. Davion Sykes gets the rebound. Weber fell down. Weber's got to get up, and he does. Davion Sykes and SIU with the ball. Sykes all the way to the rack, nearly lost it. Right, and he did, out of bounds. And it goes right back to Illinois State. Another unforced turnover.
Especially after such good defense. Weber's doing a tremendous job on Walker inside, one-on-one, taking him through the chest. Sykes is rebounding great. He's got to slow down. We got to get shots on goal here. Too many turnovers this second half.
1 point lead for Illinois State. Claybo to Walker in the high post, guarded by Jorge Moreno. Walker takes him on. Jorge stands his ground. Walker on the near right hashes, back outside the Claybo. Re-entry to Walker. Walker spinning in the paint in front of the rack. Left-handed shot goes. Not much you could do there if you're Jorge Moreno. 8 points for Walker, 5 in the second half. 3 point lead for Illinois State. House in the high post, low left block. Outside the Steffi, leaps in the air. To his right, Davion Sykes finds Jalen Haynes. Straight away, Jorge Moreno. Hands off House on the near wing. House into the red paint, far right corner. 3 for Haynes. Line drive can't go. Moreno battling for the board. Last touch by Claybo. It will stay with SIU. 13:48 on the clock, 19 on the shot clock. 31-28 lead, Illinois State.
Moreno's really giving us a chance. Both he and Weber inside, giving us depth for Rollins and Prince inside. These guys are playing tough basketball against a terrific player in Walker. That was a really good offensive rebound opportunity, attempt right there.
Doherty is in for Scumberg. Pass was deflected by House, and it will stay with Southern. Or the pass from House deflected by Wolf. Shot clock stays at 20, 13:48 on the game clock. Moreno gets the entry. Moreno spins, baseline left, middle of the lane, dished off to Steffi. Now Haynes, long three, wide right. Rebound of Kinziger. Way too long of a three attempt there by Haynes. Just past the timing stripe below that faded State of Illinois at midcourt is Kinziger. Kinziger dribbling to his left. Still hounded by Haynes. Nearly lost out of bounds. Walker, top of the circle. Skip past Wolf in front of Illinois State's bench. Now it's Walker on the near wing. Walker still handling at the nail. Rising and firing for the free throw line and buries the shot. He's now got 10-point lead, or 10 points for Walker. 7 in the second half. 33-28 Illinois State on a nice run. Salukis now have gone on a drought for almost 4 minutes. Moreno in the high post. Hands off House. House to the nail. Fading away. In the high post. Knocks down the shot and a timeout by Scott Nagy. It's going to be 4 points now for House in the second half. 33-30 lead for Illinois State. It's our first coach called timeout here in the second half, which means it's a media timeout, and we will take it with them. The Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois is the official orthopedic provider for Saluki Athletics. To get back in the game, trust the Sports Medicine Center at the Orthopedic Institute of Southern Illinois. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Hi, Ameren, Illinois home energy expert Matt Minster here to share how easy saving energy around the house can be. Matching the right size pot to the right size burner can save you up to $36 a year. You can save up to $55 a year by turning off the TV when you leave the house. And switch to LED light bulbs to save up to $75 per year. Discover more tips and rebates at AmerenIllinoisSavings.com/ways to save. Some restrictions may apply.
Life is full of moments, both big and small, each a chapter in your own unique story. Through the everyday and extraordinary, First Mid is here to help shape every page. Beyond banking services alone, we're a valued partner and advisor with the guidance and resources for living your best life. So, whether you're buying groceries, budgeting your dream kitchen, planning for retirement, or protecting your life's work, think First. First Mid. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Dive into the authentic flavors of Mexico at Tequila's Mexican Restaurant. From sizzling fajitas to mouth-watering enchiladas and the freshest guacamole in town, Tequila's brings you an unforgettable dining experience. And don't forget our signature margaritas, crafted to perfection. Located right in the heart of Southern Illinois, make sure to visit Tequila's at their locations in Carbondale, Marion, DuQuoin, and Carterville and enjoy the authentic taste of Mexico.
For 100 years, Vogler Ford's been committed to helping Southern Illinois drivers get the best deals on new Fords. With a great selection and fast and friendly service, we've been Carbondale's one-stop shop for generations. Vogler Ford, we've been steering the way for over a century. 33-30. Illinois State leads over SIU with 12:58 on the clock remaining in this game. All of a sudden, Chase Walker's come to life. 7 points here in the second half to make up his game total of 10. Again, he was hampered with foul trouble in that first 20 minutes. As Walker now has gotten Illinois State leading 33-30. Scott Nagy just burned that timeout. What do you think was the message?
Just mainly just kind of like be solid on this defensive possession, be solid with the ball. Southern's had 3 turnovers this half. Just telling those guys just to not let themselves get hurried up. And it's kind of a message for everybody on that bench. Everybody just needs to chill out a little bit when we've got the basketball. Probably a little too much chatter, but Southern's playing a well of a ball game. It's ugly, but you know what? It's exactly the way the game's got to be played. I don't care if this game doesn't need to be pretty. Keep it a possession game. Just come up with some way to have more points at the end.
Claybo will come down the length of the floor, left to right, after getting the inbounds from Doherty as he prances his way across that Redbird logo at midcourt. Kinziger to his left, still on the perimeter. It's Landon Wolf. Straight away, Claybo, wide open 3, blocked, and Sykes has it up ahead. House all the way. Wolf chasing, can't quite get the block. House laid it in. House, 6 points for Southern. He's got 6 of the 10 points here in the second half for SIU. 33-32 lead for Illinois State. 12:30 to go till the end of the game. Claybo near side Walker. Walker sets a screen on Sykes. Wolf to his left. Wolf finds Kinziger now on the near wing. Haynes stays in front of him. Doherty, quick pass deflected by Sykes and then out of bounds off of Sykes' hand. 12:19 on the clock. Moore subs in for Claybo. 33-32 lead Illinois State. It's still Illinois State possession. 12 on the shot clock. Moore will inbound. Sideline left. Nope, won't be Moore. It will now be Wolf. 1 point lead for Illinois State, 33-32. Kinziger calling for the ball. He won't get it. Wolf finally gets it into Kinziger, right on the Doug Collins typing at midcourt. Kinziger in the air pass, finds Walker. Walker left elbow, shoved by Moreno. Walker still with 3, with 2. Moreno fouled him. With 1 second on the shot clock, he put both hands on him. If he just put his hands in the air and defended, Walker would have had a tough shot to get it off, but Jorge just shoved 2 hands right on his hip.
Yeah, he lost track of what the shot clock was like. You described it perfectly with 1.9 on the clock. If you have that presence of the clock, you know that just keep your hands out, keep working him to a bad spot. Hopefully that's what coach is talking to him now.
Moore will inbound as Rollins comes back into the game. Far left corner. Rollins, league bay, by the way, 9 rebounds in this game. Walker attacks him in front of the rim. Overhead pass near corner. Kinziger shot fakes, extra pass Doherty. 3 near wing, short. Rebound Jalen Haynes. Haynes, middle of the floor. Up ahead, threw it right out of bounds. Another unforced turnover for SIU. 11:52 on the clock, 33-32. Saluki's got to just calm down, slow down.
When they get the ball in the lane, Luke, they are having a lot of success.
Yes, 33-32. It brings us to immediate timeout. 1 point lead for Illinois State. Man, we thought you and I was going to be a rock fight. This one is a rock fight here in Bloomington Normal. Let's see if the Salukis can out-rock fight the Redbirds. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You work hard to keep your car running and your home safe, so it makes sense to keep them protected with a company that has your interests at the heart of what they do. That's why turning to Country Financial for car and home insurance is an easy choice. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families like yours for 100 years. That's the kind of stability you can trust. Our dedicated reps live and work right in your community and are ready to connect with you to get insurance that fits your needs. Get more for your car and home insurance at countryfinancial.com.
33-32. Illinois State leads. 11:52 left here in the second half. Here inside SEFCU Arena. State Farm agents Bob Barr and Carbondale, Dave Anderson and Heron are proud to support Saluki Athletics. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Contact Bob Barr today at 618-457-2113.
Fouls are going to be a big factor in this game. Right now, Prince Oligbe has 2, Drew Steffi has 2, Davion Sykes has 2, Max Bakar has 2. Southern's got to use their fouls wisely these last 12 minutes. They got to be really solid on the defensive end, keep their feet apart. They're looking. Southern is going to go one-on-one with the big foul, Chase Walker, and it's been pretty effective so far at the rim. We'll see how long that lasts. I wouldn't be surprised at some point they'll go and double team because Chase Walker is not passing the ball at this stage in the game.
33-32 is the score. Southern just turned it over yet again as they were trying to go way too quickly. Jalen Haynes lobbed it right out of bounds, and Saluki's 13 turnovers now in the game, 4 here in the second half. That's where one thing Illinois State's done a better job in the second 20 minutes. 8 of their 9 turnovers were in the first half. Only 1 here in the second 20. 11:50 to go till the end of the game. 1-point lead for Illinois State. They have the ball. Man, Doherty nearly traveled. To his left, the Wolf. Chase Walker in the high post. It's one-on-one with Rollins. Spinning into the red paint. Walker takes him on, and Rollins, man, he had 2 hands on him, and it's lost out of bounds. Oh, it's going to stay with Illinois State. Saluki players thought it was last touch by Walker, but, man, surprised there wasn't a whistle.
Oh, man, we had all hands all inside his cylinder there. Southern got a big break.
Kinziger will inbound with 13 on the shot clock. Lobbed in the Walker. Walker corrals on the left arc. Now it's Doherty near side more. They look for Chase Walker, and Ron Oligbe shoved him. Coach Nagy not happy. If you heard the dang it here in front of us, that's what it was referenced to. It's the second foul on Rollins.
They are going to go to Walker on every possession.
Moore will inbound. 1-point lead for Illinois State. 11:32 left in the game. Kinziger rolls to the basket all the way to the rack. Haynes couldn't block it. Kinziger kissed it home. Johnny Kinziger, only 4 points in the game. His first field goal in the second half. Davion Sykes, top of the floor. Top of the key to his right. Haynes now finds Rollins Oligbe. Rollins in the paint, back out Haynes. Haynes hesitating to his near side House. House downhill at the elbow. Trying to post entry feed to Rollins, but it's knocked out by Walker in Illinois State. It stays with SIU. 35-32. Saluki's trail. 11:09 to go in the game. SIU with the ball. Haynes has it in the short corner. Haynes snaking his way into the paint. Rollins is open. 3 for the tie near arc. Yes, sir. Rollins Oligbe ties this game up. He's got 8 points, 5 in the second half. All tied up at 35. 10:55 to go till the end of the game. Kinziger in the backcourt. Bounce pass back to Moore. Moore stands on that Redbird red in the feathers there at midcourt. Moore terminates his dribble to Walker. Here on the near side. Walker looking for Kinziger on the back door. Drives on Oligbe. Went wide right. Jalen Haynes has it. Up ahead, Sykes. Sykes with more. Euro steps through and lays it in. Davion Sykes, his first 2 in the second half. He's got 6, and now Southern back in front. 37-35. Its first lead since the early stages of the second half. 37-35. 10:25 to go in the game. Near wing Doherty. 2-handed chest pass to Sykes. Sykes pressures Landon Wolf at midcourt. To his left is Moore. Moore with House right in front of him. To his right. Switched off on Oligbe. It's a double team. Back to Walker. Floater. Got it. Floater from the left elbow. Chase Walker makes it 9 points for him in the second half. 12 in the game. Tie game at 37. SIU with the ball. Right side of the floor. Rollins Oligbe in the high post. Comes back on the near side. It's Calron House. House to his right, backpedals his way in those Under Armour sneakers. Now it's down to 13 on the shot clock. House crosses over on Walker. Got him down low into the paint. Dished off to Haynes with 7. Straightaway with 6. Off to Steffi with 5. Long NBA 3 with 4. Off the back of the rim. Rollins volleyballed over the back of Walker. And now Landon Wolf is gimpy. Coming down left to right as a whistle is blown. 9:38 on the clock. Wolf says initially he's okay, but now he's going to come out momentarily. Lieb is out. Walker out. Scumberg comes in. So they'll take a look at Wolf. That could be a big factor if it's anything severe. 9:37, tie game at 37. Illinois State with the basketball right side of the floor. In front of Ryan Peen on the near wing. Doherty straight away to Scumberg. To his left, Moore. Moore gets a screen from Lieb. Around that screen, Moore angles his way right. Right of the hashes, low right block, laid it in. Landon Moore, gets his second point, or his first 2 points of the game. 39-37, 9:12 to go in the game. They threw it away. Right as he heard the sound go on the sideline. Kinziger, low right block, dished off to Lieb and dunks it. Lieb dunks it in. He's got 4 points. 41-37, 4-point lead for Illinois State. House on the right arc to Sykes on the near wing. Jalen Haynes top of the circle to Rollins. Rollins, handoff with Steffi. Steffi bounce past to Rollins. Rollins laid it in with his right hand as he attacked on that low right block. Rollins now has 7 in the second half to make up his game total of 10. 41-39, Illinois State by 2 with the ball. Kinziger hands off with Doherty. To his left, Moore. Kinziger straight away with Lieb setting a screen. Kinziger looking for a read screen from Lieb. He wants it in the post. Lieb fronting up Davion Sykes. Doherty to his right, falling down, it's loose. Rollins dive for it, can't get it. Scumberg saves it. Doherty thought about the 3, extra pass near corner. Kinziger rainbow arcing 3 won't go. Lieb was held by Drew Steffi. 8:14 on the clock. They get the foul on Steffi. And it will stay with Illinois State.
Man, Drew was really going after the ball hard.
Third foul on Steffi. As Brooks Wells looks back to Scott Nagy to let him chirp on him a little bit. Lieb will get the inbound over his shoulder. Lieb with Jorge Moreno into the game. Dribble handoff denied by Sykes. Now it's Moore near the midcourt timing stripe. Moore switched off on Moreno. He's got it on the near wing. Sykes guarding Lieb. Moreno stays with him. Up, short. Steffi gets the corral off the miss. Steffi up ahead to Haynes. Lost it. Out of bounds again. Man, SIU's got to be kicking themselves as they keep throwing the ball out of bounds.
Probably a little too much push there. Probably a little too much chatter about push instead of just get a good one.
Saluki's play so stressed in those moments, and it's 41-39, 7:55 to go. We'll take the timeout with them. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Looking to make your farm and rural life dreams a reality? Contact Farm Credit Illinois, where local staff support farm families, rural communities, and agriculture throughout the Saluki Nation. As a cooperative owned by its borrower members, Farm Credit provides farm financing, crop insurance expertise, and lending for rural homes and country living. Farm Credit Illinois, helping farm families succeed today and tomorrow.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, Eero Wi-Fi, and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between an off-the-farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful developments.
Turnovers. That's been the story in the second half. SIU with 6 turnovers in the second half, 15 total in the game. Illinois State +5 in points off turnovers in the game. And also Illinois State's bench has been big as well. 13 points for Illinois State's bench, thanks in large part to 4 points from Kinziger, 4 points from Lieb, who just got that big dunk a moment ago. Chase Walker and Landon Wolf each in double figures, and Walker's going to re-enter this game, and we'll see if Landon Wolf also re-enters, who is being looked at by the trainer for Illinois State. The Redbirds lead it by 2, and Wolf will not be back into the game. So it's going to be Scumberg, Moore, Walker, Kinziger, and Doherty. SIU with House, Sykes, Haynes, Moreno, and Steffi. In this game, that's a 2-point ball game.
Walker's going to get that ball and go to the rim. Both teams not shooting well from 3. Southern 1 for 10 for the day. That's going to be a factor, but free throws will be a factor, even though haven't been many shot in this game.
SIU playing without their captain and Damian Mayo tonight. They trail by 2. Illinois State with the ball. 7:45 to go. Moore with it on the near wing. Finds Kinziger straight away with 15. Kinziger around that Walker screen. House right on, or Haynes guarding. Haynes picks up Kinziger on the near elbow. Kinziger nowhere to go. Is back on Haynes. Finds Doherty on the perimeter with 6. Now 5. Doherty low left block with 4. Doherty with 2. Fading away with 1. Well short. Drew Steffi gets the rebound in the short corner. Steffi, middle of the floor. Do not throw it away. Finds Calron House. House slowly works his way near wing. Jalen Haynes, one hands at Moreno, top of the key. Moreno looking for a pitch back to Steffi. They deny it. It's Sykes on the right arc, goes back to Drew Steffi with 13 on the shot clock. Steffi now with 10. He's on that beacon yellow. To his left in the high post. Steffi into the valley paint. Back out Sykes with 4, with 3. Baseline right with 2. Mid-range tough shot for Sykes, too long. Kinziger gets the rebound with 2 hands. 41-39 lead, Illinois State. 6:50 to go in the game. Kinziger to his right on Jalen Haynes. Around a Walker screen. Kinziger in front of Moreno. Dished off Walker. Left-handed teardrop. Won't fall. Moreno gets the rebound off the ricochet in the back of the rim. Davion Sykes and SIU trailing by 2 with the ball. Calron House. Scott Nagy makes an offensive play call as Calron House with that knee-high dribble on that yellow Redbird beak at midcourt in that faded state of Illinois. House downhill all the way to the rack. Runner can't go, but it's going to be a block. Man, the officiating crew is waiting to make that call. House will go to the line. Rollins of League Bay will sub out. House will have 2 shots.
Man, I am glad I'm not refereeing any game, but certainly not this. This is a hard game to referee. These guys, this crew's done a nice job keeping this thing really balanced. I think no team would have a lopsided gripe to it. House made a nice play to the basket. Illinois State just couldn't get enough defensive position to take a charge. Good play by Kelron.
First foul on Illinois State here in the second half at the 6:24 mark. It goes against Scunberg. House at the free throw line. His first of 2 on its way. Swishes it in. House, he's got 7 points in the second half. He's got 15 in the game. Doherty, Kinziger out. Coleman and Wolf are in. Good minutes there by Moreno. 6:24 left in the ball game. There's Walker and Rollins of League Bay share a laugh on that near left side of the lane. Calron House toes the white charity stripe line in front of that fire truck red paint. Second free throw is up and down, and he ties this game up. Tie game at 41. 6:24 to go in the game. Coleman comes down left to right on the CEFQ Arena typing in black. Above that State of Illinois at midcourt. To his left, Moore. Moore to his near right, Walker. Now straight away Coleman around a Walker screen. Low left of the hashes. Low left block on the freshman Haynes. Comes right back out to Scumberg. Scumberg hands off to Coleman. Back down to Walker. Walker low left block with 9. Now 8 and a tie game at 41. Around the horn they go. Moore with 5. Ball is loose on the floor. Haynes trying to save it. Haynes has it. Up ahead to House. Tie game. SIU with the ball. House spinning and slows it down far right corner. Now goes into the short corner. Davion Sykes for SIU. Sykes back out the House, and now it's Steffi near the midcourt logo. Haynes spinning into the fire truck red paint. Goes right back outside the Sykes. Now it's House with 12. Down the 10. House to a jump stop. Fading away at the Valley. Tex, he got to his spot and drilled it. Calron House, he's got 10 in the second half, 18 in the game. 43-41. Damian Mayo comes over to talk with head coach Scott Nagy as the Illinois State Redbirds come down, trailing by 2. Redbirds, they've only lost once in this building all year. They're 9-1. Walker in the high post with Illinois State trailing by 2. Scumberg to his left. Moore, high of that left bend. Moore and Illinois State shot clock down to 14. They trail by 2. Moore straight away to Walker with 10. Walker nearly travels on the near wing with 8. Walker looking with 7. Walker surveying with 5. Walker still with 4. On the near wing with 2. Deflected by Haynes. Back to the free midcourt line. Haynes has it with bump. Shot off the glass, and it came down short, but Haynes will go to the line, shooting 2. 43-41. 4:53 to go on that clock. There'll be 2 shots for Jalen Haynes. It's only the second team foul on Illinois State.
Southern has played 35 minutes of great defense overall. Can they play another 4 minutes and 53?
It's going to take 40 minutes, R-Dub.
It sure is, man.
Jalen Haynes, free throw line left, eyes up at that rim. He takes a big, deep breath, flings it up off his right hand, and nothing but net for Jalen Haynes. That's his first point here in the second half. 4 points in the game. Can barely see that black Under Armour headband. It blends right in with his hair. As Ty Pence subs in for Scunberg. You could tell Scunberg just still trying to get his wind about him after getting sick last week. The Illinois State's had the weekend off. 1 more shot coming for Haynes. They lead it by 3. 44-41, 4:53 to go. It's like we've been here before, Saluki Nation. Jalen Haynes shrugs his shoulders. Big, deep breath. That Nike Elite ball in his hands. Off his right hand. Back of the orange rim. Rebound Walker. Saving it on the baseline. And to his left, Johnny Kinzinger. 1 possession lead for SIU. 44-41. 4:45 to go in the game as Illinois State with it on the right side of the floor. Coleman whipped it. House was fouled by Walker, I believe. Who are they going to give it to? Walker or Coleman? And it will be Coleman. They'll go to Coleman. If it was on Walker, it would have been his 4th. It's only the 3rd foul on Illinois State. They're still ways away from the bonus, so they can guard aggressively here in the final 4:40. But it'll be SIU ball leading by 3.
Tremendous steal by House. They've got 6 shutouts in a row, Southern does. Now they're going to see a zone, no man-to-man.
Illinois State stays in man-to-man. House on the near wing, left elbow through that man-to-man defense, finds Haynes leaping on that far corner. Now it's Steffi, straight away with 13. Hands off to House with 12. Downhill with 10. Spinning, right elbow, jumper, short. Rebound Walker, off to Kinzinger. 44-41 lead. SIU on defense. 4:14 to go in the game. Kinzinger in front of his head coach Ryan Peden. To his right, turned away by Rollins. Now it's Walker, 3 for the tie. Long. Ball in the air. Rollins skies, leaves his feet and gets it back. Next step ball will be our final media timeout. 44-41 lead for SIU. They're trying to be only the 2nd team this year to come in the CEFCU Arena and knock off the Redbirds. Haynes to Steffi's hip. Steffi straight away to his right off the House. Now it's Sykes on the near wing. Near corner Haynes. 10 on the shot clock. 3:45 to go in the game. Sykes downhill. Low right block. Right-handed hook shot. Swirled too strong. Bat in the air by Rollins. Comes down the Wolf. Here comes Illinois State left to right. Coleman. Middle of the floor. Low left block. Haynes went into him. Coleman diving out, and it's going to be a foul on Southern before that shot. And it's going to be a foul on Calron House, and that brings us to our final media timeout. Salukis lead 44-41. We'll have the conclusion of this one when we come back. Man, we have seen this movie a lot this year, Saluki Nation, and we hope this one has a great ending here in Bloomington Normal. 44-41, Salukis with the lead, 3:33 to go. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads can quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ULLICOselect.com.
Rollins Aligbe with his fourth double-double of the season. SIU leads 44-41, 3:33 left in the game here in Bloomington Normal. They have muckied this game up. Coach Watson, Saluki's defense has been outstanding. They've held Illinois State to 30% shooting from the floor, 23% from three. This is a group that shoots almost 35% from three in the game. Here in the second half, Illinois State shot a little bit better, but they're 0 for 5 from three. They've only attempted 5 threes here in the second half.
Kinzinger just has changed the dynamics of this Illinois State team, the way he plays, and that's not to say he can't just go really nuts here in the last 3:33, but as any of these guys can. Pence is another guy that I'm surprised he's having the game he's having. Talking to the radio crew for Illinois State before this thing, they were wondering who's going to guard House. They kept saying, who's going to guard House? House has 18 points. It's a pretty good question.
Now, this is where Southern, and it's what we talked about all year long. This is where the scoring droughts have come into play. Can Southern find ways to score down the stretch? 3:33 to go. It's Illinois State ball.
Southern has 2 timeouts left. Illinois State with 3.
Next foul on Southern. Illinois State will be in the bonus. Illinois State only has 3 fouls. Possession arrow in favor of Illinois State. Coleman almost can't get it in. Finds a leaping Pence on the left elbow and back out the Wolf on the midcourt logo at 20. Now it's Coleman, makes the offensive call, sideline left. 15 on the shot clock for Illinois State. They trail by 3. Straight away Kinzinger with 12. Now 10. In the high post with 9. At the elbow, fading away. Tough shot is in there. Kinzinger, only his second made field goal in the second half. His third made field goal of the game. Makes it a 1-point lead for SIU. 44-43. 3:05 to go in the game. House around a league base screen. Rollins is open in the high post. Hands off Haynes. Haynes, they're packing that paint right now. Rollins, he's got his man fell down. They can't get to him. Haynes near side. Steffi with 10 on the shot clock. Coleman stays on him. Steffi with 8. Left elbow, back outside Rollins. 3 for the lead. Long. Haynes gets the rebound. In the paint. Goes up with his left hand. Can't kiss it home. Deflection. Loose. Sideline. Saved Illinois State. 44-43 lead SIU. Coleman all the way down for Illinois State. Runner in front of the rim. Can't go. Swirled around and out. Rollins nearly pushed out of bounds by Wolf. And here comes SIU. Leading by 1. House to the rack. Runner. Right-handed. Goes in. Calron House, he's got 12 in the second half, now 20 in the game. His first 20-point game since 22 against Illinois State. 46-43, Scott Nagy with hands on knees as he watches from that midcourt stripe. Calron House guarding Coleman. Bounce pass to Kinzinger. Around a Walker screen. Kinzinger thought about the 3, nearly got Haynes in the air. House stays with Coleman. Coleman to his right, near corner. Pence drives in at the Valley Techs. Thought about fading away. Sykes, he shoved him, and Pence did kind of sell it there. He went down, but now we'll send Pence to the line, and Pence tonight, he's scoreless. And he goes to the free throw line where he's not a great free throw shooter, 68%, and it's a 1-and-1. And this is where for Southern, you've got to block out. Saluki's without Damian Mayo tonight. A tremendous effort, 46-43. 2 minutes left in the game. It'll be Pence going to the line. It's a 1-and-1. He's got bright red Nike sneakers with a white Nike swoosh. As Skunberg will sit down on the bench. DJ playing some music. We're all waiting around. Brooks Wells waits for Southern to shift their men. Again, 1-and-1 as Brooks Wells reminds everybody. Pence to the line in this scoreless game for him. He's got that Nike Elite ball in his hands. 2 hip-high dribbles off of his right hand. Off the back of the heel, bounced around and out. Ball in the air, deflected out by Pence into the backcourt, and Kinzinger has it. Kinzinger comes down left to right. Shot clock is at 26. Kinzinger, far left corner. Illinois State trails by 3 with the ball. Kinzinger, tough shot, left it short, but he's fouled and will go to the line. 1:47 on the clock. Kinzinger to the line, shooting 2. That foul will go on Calron House. The House's second foul.
Free throw rebounds are so under-talked about and so critical. 2-minute mark. We're going to see how that's going to play out if we have to talk about that to nauseam. Hopefully not. Kinzinger is going to make his, so it's not going to matter.
Kinzinger, free throw line, 76% shooter. He bricked it.
Say that jinx again. Yeah, he's going to make this one, though. It's guaranteed.
46-43. Kinzinger shrugs his shoulders. You can hear the anticipation and the oohing and ahhing from the Redbird crowd. They've only seen Illinois State lose once in this building this year. Kinzinger, free throw line right, just missed his first. The second one for Kinzinger on its way, drilled it. Kinzinger's got 7 points, 5 in the second half. 2-point lead for SIU. Brian Peeting claps his hands as SIU has the ball in the lead. House, left elbow extended in front of SIU's bench on the near wing. Penetrates into the paint, comes to a jump stop, looking for help, finds Haynes with 14 on the shot clock. Haynes straight away with 13, around a House screen. Haynes trying to get downhill at 9 with 8, spinning, low right block, he's bumped, he's fouled, and he made the bucket. Jalen Haynes with an and one opportunity makes it 48-44 SIU, 1:24 on the game clock.
What a play by Haynes, just a one-on-one play, took a tremendous Skunberg. He's in the game because of his defensive presence. Took him to the middle, came back, spin back, went underneath. Now hopefully finish off the three-point play.
Haynes, big shrug of the shoulders, big deep breath, off his right hand, swirls it down. 7 points for Haynes, 49-44, 1:22 to go in the game, and Ryan Peeing's going to want a timeout. He'll take the timeout. You can hear Saluki Nation behind us. Man, this Saluki team, they have been through so much this year. 8 of their 13 losses, they've had a second half lead. They're trying to avoid their 14th loss here tonight. They continue to make that statement. You don't want to see the Dogs come late February and early March. 49-44, 1:19 remaining in the game. What a night for Rollins Aligbe. 10 points, 11 rebounds. Calron House, 20 points with 4 rebounds as well. Man, and Jalen Haynes with maybe the biggest shot of the game. But now Southern's got to win it with defense.
No doubt, Southern, even regardless of whether Illinois State scores or not, Southern's got to expect a press or they got to expect a trap on a miss. But especially on the make, they've got to make sure their press break is intact. They have 2 timeouts if they need it. They're at in a position now where everyone's got to play with confidence. It's not about being loose or tight. It's about playing with confidence, wanting the basketball.
Skunberg will inbound. Illinois State trailing 49-44. They come into the backcourt. Kinzinger with Jalen Haynes screaming out. Skunberg, near wing Wolf, drives baseline on Sykes, goes far corner. Kinzinger, 3, short, rebound Sykes. Sykes up ahead the House, 1:05 left. And right now, Illinois State is not fouling. House being lassoed at midcourt, and now he slows it down. 20 on the shot clock. Illinois State still not fouling in a 5-point game. Under a minute to go. SIU with the ball in the lead. Steffi, high on that right arc. House comes near wing Sykes. Near corner Haynes with 10. Now 9. Sykes straight away with 8 on the shot clock. Now 7. Steffi right arc with 6. Southern with the ball in the lead. Off the House. Into the lane. Runner right-handed. Nothing but net. Calron House, a gigantic shot. 22 in the game, 51-44. Kinzinger thought about the 3, off to Walker, 34 seconds left. Coleman 3, wide right. Rollins gets the rebound, and Rollins is fouled by Landon Wolf. Salukis 30 seconds away from earning a massive road win in Bloomington Normal.
Southern did a great job. They got lucky on the hammer play where Kinzinger misses the shot. Same play that Nevada ran to get a bucket to go to overtime. They call it the hammer play. Southern's got the ball out of bounds. This is really a situation where them not fouling is going to be in Southern's favor.
Yes, they only have 5 team fouls. Now Southern's got to get it in. They do have time. Man, House fell down right on the baseline. They get it in the Steffi, and now a timeout by Scott Nagy before they ultimately get it in. So now Southern will have only 1 timeout left. 51-44. Salukis lead it by 7 without Damian Mayo.
This is why I don't gamble and no one else should gamble. This is crazy what I'm watching tonight. Playing arguably without question, one of your best players.
Well,
and the heart and soul of this team, Damian Mayo.
Look, and this team has been beat up, Coach Watson. We talked about it. And I'm not even getting to just how much they've been on the road. That's a moot point. Everybody knows it. But, man, when you've been in this position time and time again, it's so easy to wonder, man, why do you just keep getting back up? Why do you keep getting back up? Man, what an example that this team is showing for the rest of Saluki Nation here. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. Keep getting back up and swinging.
30 seconds left. Southern's in a 3-possession game here. They've got to get catches right now. Just get a catch. They've got 1 timeout left.
51-44. Sykes will be the inbounder. Haynes, Steffi, House, and Rollins Aligbe make up the 5 on the floor. They will not guard the inbounder in Sykes. Again, Haynes was bumped coming in. Sykes has got to get it in. Can't find anybody, and now it's House, and he was fouled by Coleman, and House will go to the line. He'll trot down. Actually, no, that's only the 16th foul, excuse me. Everybody's so used to there being so many fouls late in the game. That's only the 6th. 30.1. So now Illinois State still has to foul another time. Sykes trying to get it in, looking. You know, he's going to have to burn that last time out. 51-44, 7-point lead is now Southern out of timeouts. Next foul on Illinois State will be sending Southern to the line for a 1-on-1.
Southern will get spread out. They'll run a good play here. Really, what they're going to probably do a fake, come to the ball and throw it long and get a catch. They just got to get the ball in bounds. Illinois State's going to foul right away. What a ball game Southern's played. They played tremendous defense for 39 minutes and 30 seconds, and if they can just get a catch right here, there'll be fouls right away. Now what's going to come down to, Luke, that free throw line is going to be critical.
Like, here's what's amazing, Coach Watson. You go back to even the exhibitions. Illinois State scored 65 on Northwestern. They scored 65 on Illinois, and I get those games were all the way back in October. But I'm going through, man, and, like, it is hard to find another night where you held Illinois State to 44. This team averages almost 80 points a game, 77.5. This is by far. Now you want to finish it, and there's still a lot of time here, but what a defensive effort by Southern Illinois.
And we're going to say it no matter what happens. And
yes.
We've seen enough happen, but no matter what happens this night, I'm not going to goof up the postgame show like I did a couple nights ago, but Southern just got to get a catch here and get this thing finished off.
51-44, 7-point lead. SIU with the ball. They got to go the length of the floor. Illinois State has forced Southern to take 2 timeouts here at this position. They lob it in the House. He's got it. House in the half court. Lobbed it up to Rollins. Rollins for the dunk and sealing the win. 9 points in the second half for Rollins. What a double-double for him. 9-point lead. Illinois State near corner 3. Kinzinger got it. Oh, I probably spoke way too soon. 53-47 with 20.6 left. Their first made 3 of the second half. I mean, there's still got a lot go wrong here for Southern, but man, oh man. But they did the right thing.
Oh, well, Southern did a great job on the out-of-bounds play. They got the defense coming up in the denial. They threw over the top, and they got the catch. It's just about getting that clock to start. Southern's in a really good spot here. Yeah, 20 seconds, a lot can happen, but, man, I like where Southern's mentality is throughout this whole game, but especially, Luke, in these last 3 minutes, as much as 2:24 when Southern finally got the lead, or is that at a 1-point situation?
SIU will inbound 53-47. It's a 6-point ball game, 20.6 left. Sykes can run baseline. Next foul for Illinois State will send Southern to the 1-on-1. Sykes looking, lob to half court. Haynes wide open again. Haynes will dribble it out with 18. Shot clock turned off, and Haynes is fouled and will go to the line. And really good time and score recognition there by Jalen Haynes. Rollins was there one-on-one. Illinois State defended it better that time, but 6-point lead. Haynes to the line. Again, it's 1-on-1. Huge free throws coming for SIU. Again, they are 4 for 5 from the free throw line here in this half. 10 of 13 from the line in the game. Haynes, hands on hips. That maroon jersey just soaked in sweat. He wipes his hands on his back. He's got the Nike Elite ball resting in his right hand. No dribbles. Flings it up and down. Jalen Haynes drills that free throw. 8 points in the game. He can make it 9 here. 54-47. 17.1 seconds left. SIU trying to shock the Valley here tonight. Haynes, free throw up again. Short. Pence has it. Here comes Illinois State. Trying by 15. You don't want to foul. Coleman on the left arc. 3 for Wolf on its way. Long rebound. Loose. Goes back to Coleman. 3 straight away with 6. He drilled it. 54-50. Oh, man. Saluki's had 2 guys right on the ball. And it ricocheted off to Coleman. And he knocks in a 3. Makes it a 4-point game. 6 seconds left.
Southern just got to get the ball's just got to get touched. They absolutely don't want to foul here. If something goes haywire on this pass, they just don't foul. Southern's in great shape. They'll be fine. And, yeah, could they have gotten that long rebound? Sure, but that just pales in comparison to all the great things they've done. Southern's got to get a catch here, obviously go, and you make a free throw, that's great. But regardless of what happens on this play, keep the clock running, do not foul the shooter, because they're going to shoot a three.
Yes.
They're not going in to stop that thing,
Wow.
even though, are they out of timeouts? Yes.
They're out of
completely done.
timeouts. And remember, what burned Southern at the end of the first half, fouling a three-point shooter, and they got a 4-point play. You just got, I mean, you cannot have that happen.
I sure hope no foul has been talked about 20 times in that huddle, and I know it is.
54-50. SIU without Damian Mayo tonight. Lead it by 4. 6 seconds left. House, Rollins, Aligbe, Steffi, Sykes, and Haynes are on the floor. Wolf, Scunberg, Kinzinger, Coleman, and Pence are the 5 on the floor for Illinois State. Southern does have to go the length of the floor. Again, next foul will send SIU into a 1-and-1. 6 seconds remain. Sykes can run baseline as Tyler Kump reminds him. Moving that right hand. Sykes has the ball. No timeouts for Southern. Sykes trying to get in. He does the house. Man falls down. They do not foul. 3 seconds left. 2. Up ahead, Rollins, and that will do it. SIU comes on the road, and they knock off Illinois State 54-50. And the Salukis prove it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up and keep swinging. Southern Illinois throws a haymaker at the Redbirds, and they win it 54-50. It's only the second loss in CEFCU Arena this season for Illinois State, as Southern Illinois earns their 3rd true road win of the season.
What a team effort. And I'm telling you what, the bench, those numbers don't show in terms of scoring, but especially the play by Moreno and Weber. What a tremendous job they did on Chase Walker time and time again. What a great team effort.
SIU wins at the IBEW Local 702 postgame show is next. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
SIU Credit Union knows what it means to be a part of a team. Whether you're on the field or in the stands, community is what it's all about. They're not just here for your financial needs, they're here to give back, because people helping people is at the heart of everything they do. You can join SIU-CU if you live or work in one of the lower 24 counties in Southern Illinois. That's right, if you're a Saluki fan, you can be a part of their team too. Learn more at SIUCU.org. SIU Credit Union, your financial home team. Membership required. Insured by NCUA.
It's not just a home, it's a fully connected life. When work flows effortlessly, when friends connect from anywhere, when your house runs on smart everything, and being offline isn't an option, Extreme is the connection you need. Get Extreme 1 gig internet with no data caps, zero Wi-Fi and equipment, all for $65 a month for 2 years. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
This is Steve Huggert, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the 3-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need, our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
We all like new stuff. A new car, a new house, even a new big screen TV. The looks, smell, and feel of something new. If you love new, then you'll love Newbie's Pizza in Carbondale. That's why they handcraft each order to your specific detail and desire. Think about Newbie's Pizza at 830 East Walnut Street in Carbondale. Visit NEWBYSPIZZA.com. Newbie's Pizza, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBB A+ rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
Saluki Basketball has been brought to you by SIU Credit Union, helping our members by providing more services, fewer fees, and better rates. Stop by a branch today. Welcome to the IBEW Local 702 postgame show. IBEW Local 702. 4,000 men and women proud to support the Salukis.
What a remarkable effort tonight by this Saluki team. Wherever you look, there's just so many great spots to start. Coach Watson and Scott Nagy about to make his way over to us as SIU wins it here tonight by a final score of 54-50, led in large part by Kelron House, 22 points. And Rollins Oligbe, 12 points, 12 rebounds. I mean, just Salukis everywhere you look, you knew. I mean, this was a group that got challenged at home, Coach Watson, losing that rebounding margin by 20. And, man, they answered that challenge here tonight emphatically against – and what's best is they won the defensive rebounding margin by 7 against a team that doesn't happen to very often, if at all.
Great defensive rebounding team Illinois State is, and Southern really just took the physicality to this game. They matched it. They exceeded their opponent. They were great in 50-50 balls. They just thought they did a terrific job with controlling the uncontrollables.
We'll take a timeout. Head coach Scott Nagy will join us when we come back. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Growing up in Southern Illinois, you learn the importance of helping others. I'm Caden Hawkins, and it's one of the reasons that I'm proud to represent this region as a member of SIU's Saluki men's basketball team. It's also why I'm glad to be a Banterra customer, because they support our communities. Plus, I can open my account online, and with their Saluki Visa debit card, I know my purchases contribute to SIU scholarships and athletics. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Saluki fans, accuracy and timing matter on the court, and they matter in surgery too. At SIH, our surgeons use advanced robotic-assisted technology for more precision, smaller incisions, and faster recovery, so you can get back to cheering on your Salukis. Trust the team that treats every procedure like a game-winning play. SIH, advancing care because it's personal. Learn more at sih.net/robotics.
This is Steve Huggard, Business Manager of IBEW Local 702. Our members are active in communities throughout the 3-state area. From community food drives to helping build youth centers and hundreds of projects that give a hand to our neighbors in need, our members buy homes, shop locally, and pay taxes, adding to the strength of our local economy. At IBEW Local 702, our job is to improve the lives of our members and families as they work to build a brighter future for our region and our country.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Anyone can slap the logo on a shirt, but your branded apparel isn't just merchandise. It's your reputation walking around town, your team's identity, and your company's handshake before you even say hello. At Silkworm, we understand that when you put your name on something, it better be perfect. Because at the end of the day, we're not just printing shirts, we're protecting what you've built. And that deserves more than an algorithm and a prayer. Silkworm, quality orders, on time, delivered with awesome customer service. The human way.
How do you earn a tradition of leadership? You put in the work with outstanding towing and hauling. Innovate with smart features like a mobile generator and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence. Only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available feature. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Back here on the IBEW Local 702 post-game show as head coach Scott Nagy joins us here post-game as the Salukis get the win over Illinois State by a final score 54-50. And Coach, there are many areas to begin with your team tonight, and especially when you win a game like this on the road. And I don't think there's any spot to begin other than what a tremendous defensive effort.
Man, you know, and we talked to our guys a couple days ago after the UIC loss, and we just asked them, you know, if like, so, okay, you know, what is Belmont known for? And they can tell you, and, you know, what's UIC known for? And, you know, and then I said, what are we known for? Like, when people talk about us, and nobody could answer the question. And I said, guys, if we can't answer that question, we got a problem. And so, you know, we went out and went through some plays, and I just told them, I said, by tomorrow, I want to know what we're going to be, what you guys want to be known for. It can't be what the coaches want. It has to be what you guys want to be known for. And they, you know, they just came back and told me defense. They said, one word defense. I said, okay. Then I'm going to understand. I'm going to hold every one of you to that standard. Like you said this as the team, this is what it's got to be. And holy cow, did they show up tonight. We were really good. And without, you know, our top guy, let's face it, and that you don't have Mayo on the road against Illinois State, and you're thinking, oh, that's not good. And, you know, so proud of, you know, Jalen was tremendous. I mean, defensively, it's amazing what he can do in the ground. He can cover. Q was tremendous tonight on both ends. Like, you know, he's not been great defensively. He was good defensively tonight. And go ahead.
You know, you talked about, obviously, Damian and, you know, being without him tonight in the game. He's been such just a huge part of your team. He's a big voice of your team. He was still coaching and played a factor. How did your team make up for it on the floor, just from your vantage point here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously didn't make up for it offensively. I mean, I'm not used to winning games 54-50. I'm just not. But we'll do whatever we have to do. We ran a few more sets tonight, but we tried to keep the ball in the middle of the floor as much as possible. We felt like that's where where we could attack them. And you know, Q was good. He gave us enough offense, and we ran. I thought we played faster. You know, we threw the ball away a couple times, thrown over top, but our bigs really got out and ran and made their bigs run, and you know, enough. But boy, defensively, so just can't believe how good the guys were tonight.
Coach, I have two questions for you, especially about your post defense. What led to your decision to go one-on-one with Chase Walker, a guy averaging 16 points a game? We've never done that I recollect in the last 3 times we've played him under your deal here. What you guys went one-on-one with him tonight? Golly, was it effective?
Yeah, and we wanted to stay on the floor. You know, the one time Jaheim jumped and he went to free throw line, we talked about this. We can't have him. He's getting 5 points a game from the free throw line. That's a lot. When he's averaging 15 or 16, 1/3 of his points come from free throw line. So we don't want to put him on free throw line. He's not shooting 70%. He's shooting on the year 51%. And so we got to make sure we stay between him and the basket, stay down, just make him finish. And if he finishes, he finishes. And our Jorge was a perfect guy for him. And I thought Jorge did a really good job on him. Rollins did good. I mean, you know, we're fortunate, obviously, that he got some fouls in the first half and didn't play a lot, so that helps.
Coach, you played college basketball. Luke and I did not. Explain to our fans how hard it is to play a role like Jorge's playing and Jaheim's playing, and
Brutal.
just the job they did tonight, how proud you are, and just how hard it is for them to play this way.
Well, and just because I played doesn't mean I know that role, because I've never had that role. And so I can't even really speak to it in terms of I had to go through that. You know, I never had to go through what they're having to go through. I'm not sure if coach is going to call. And but you know, we even switched him on the scout team. Like Jorge wanted to be on the scout team. He wanted to get more reps. And I appreciate him telling me that, and so we've done that. I think that's helped him. It keeps him in better shape, and he does get more reps. But we knew tonight would be a good game for him, you know, because Walker's 280 and so is Jorge,
Yeah.
and so that helps to have a guy that weighs the same.
I got to ask one more before Luke takes this over and cleans it up. Now I'm gonna check you on one answer you gave about a week ago. You said you enjoy the losses more than the wins, huh?
No, now that I didn't say. I said I'm probably more thankful for
okay,
them.
there you go. There's a big difference.
There's a big difference. No, I don't enjoy them, but I know when I look back in my life, I'm more thankful for them because they keep my head right and my heart right. Where when, I always say the hardest thing for a man is to handle success. It's not to handle failure, it's to handle success. A lot of people can't handle it. And so you start to get full of yourself and other things, and so the losses keep you humble.
Coach, there were very few teams. I think heading into today, Illinois State was 5th in the nation in defensive rebounding percentage. You beat them by +7 on the defensive boards. They beat you by 1 on the offensive boards. But, man, describe the effort it took to win the rebounding margin by 6 against a team that does an outstanding job on the defensive side.
Well, and let's face it, we got our tails handed to us last game. I mean, and I think the guys were a little embarrassed by that. Plus, we go through and watch the film. Last time we played Illinois State, they physically beat us up. Every loose ball, rebound, they just and they let us know about it. And we didn't handle it very good. And so, man, to see our guys respond tonight like they did was tremendous.
The effort from Jalen Haynes, as you said.
Yeah, did he play the whole game? Yeah.
It felt like, 38 minutes, 31 seconds, almost all 40 minutes.
He's such a good athlete. He can do that, and it doesn't even faze him. He's just such a good athlete. And so, to play in a game like this and play that way, really happy for him.
Describe the shot he made to drive to get the and one. I mean, I think there's a lot of big plays in the game.
Probably the biggest one because what was it, a 2-point game at the time, and we get 3 out of it and go up 5, and I was after the officials because we were 12 minutes into the second half and they didn't have a foul, and so that probably helped a little bit just to remind them. But we got stuck a couple times, ran some things, really didn't have anything, and that's when you got to have guards that can just make plays, and that's what Jalen did.
You talked about this team and wanting to continue to just push through, Coach Nagy. What are you most proud about in handling the success? I know it's going to be the key moving forward after tonight. But this group has been tested, unlike I think any team I've been around in terms of just these close battles. And yet your guys, regardless of the challenge, keep coming.
That's one thing I told them before the game. I was driving over, what do I want to say, and how do I want to say it, and I really didn't know. And so I said, I'm just going to share my heart with you, not anything goofy. I'm not trying to get you fired up, but my heart broke after the UIC game for our players. More so our players than anybody because they're fighting their tails off and they're just not getting to see the results that they want. And I just talked about how proud I am, and I said tonight I want to win. I want it for you guys. I don't want it for anybody else. I don't want it for the coach staff, the administrators, the fans. I want it for you guys. That's what I care about, and I can't give it to you. You guys got to go get it, but I just want it for you. Because I've loved coaching you. You haven't quit on us, and all this garbage that we've gone through, you just continue to fight, and so I'm very proud of you.
Coach, congratulations. Enjoy this one. I think you could soak in it a little bit before we get back home. And, of course, big rivalry game on Friday, and what a great opportunity to honor Mike Glenn, who's just one of the all-time giants at SIU.
What a good man. When I met him, you talk about just a gentle person and a good man. I mean, I really enjoyed him.
Coach, thanks so much for the time. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
That was head coach Scott Nagy. His comments were brought to you by CMC Mitchell and Associates. What a win for the Salukis tonight, 54-50 over Illinois State. We're going to get Rollins of League Bay here before we send it to another break, as Rollins will go through his stat line. Rollins of League Bay. I feel like every time, Coach Watson, it's hard for me to just fathom and go, is there any more ways you can be surprised? I mean, surprise isn't the right word, but just continue to be impressed by this young man's effort. And tonight he was outstanding again. 10 defensive boards. He had 2 of the team's 7 offensive rebounds. He had as many points as he did rebounds in this game, and they were all hard-earned. 54-50 winner. Rollins of League Bay, one of our 2 Marion Toyota players of the game. Rollins, congratulations, man. Just take us through. You guys have been through a lot this year. You've been in this position time and time again, over and over again.
Yeah.
What was different tonight, Rollins, to get over the hump?
I really feel like it was Coach Nagy's speech before we started warming up. Basically told us that, his heart's broken for us, but, not in a bad way, but, he knows that we work so hard and we're trying our hardest to like get this thing flipped around and stuff like that. So he just told us like, this one is for y'all. Like, you guys need to do it for yourselves. So that's really what helped us, and we came in here and beat them on the road, a tough road game. So I think that's definitely what helped that pregame speech.
Rollins, you guys know how important Damian Mayo is to this team, and he tried to give it a go. He was warming up and then just couldn't quite get himself cleared to play in this game. When that happens and you know you're without a clear leader, your captain, how did you guys handle it as a team, and especially in game? He was vocal, and it wasn't like he sat out and didn't do anything to help you guys, but how much of a role, if any, did you guys have to shift knowing you're without such a key voice and such a key defensive player?
We know Mayo brings energy. We know he's our leader, but like Coach said before the game, he said, you know, Mayo's going to be out, so it's somebody else to step up. So I just feel like, you know, other people stepped up defensively. You know, we definitely need Mayo, but Sykes stepped up defensively. Prince did too, everybody, because they only shot 28% from the field goal. So I think that was really good, what we did for them. So I definitely think we obviously needed him and stuff like that, but we did it for him. So I think that was the best part about it.
Ron, it is no secret that Chase Walker's a really good player, and I know you guys all respect that part of it.
Double! Drew Steffi and Luke Walsh, for those that can't watch the video feed.
Obviously, your teammates aren't very happy for you. No, just the kind of couple things. One, the decision to go at Walker one-on-one in the defensive post. What does that mean to you in terms of knowing, hey, I got to play good defense, be physical on a big horse like this without fouling?
I mean, it means a lot, you know, this matchup, like, I always look forward to it. I mean, it definitely is giving me, like, a chance to show who I am. But he's a great player, and he does the little things, you know, he's very physical and stuff like that. So just mentally preparing for these type of games, especially against him in this league. He's one of the best bigs in the league. So, you know, just trying to be physical and stuff like that. I mean, I think I did a pretty good job on him. I didn't think I really needed any help. But, yeah, I think – obviously, it's just the mental part of it, you know, coming into the game and stuff like that.
You played 28 minutes and 52 seconds. Speak to our fans about the job that your teammates, Jaheim Weber and Jorge Moreno, did when you were out of the game, and they came in and took the rest of those 11 minutes for you.
They definitely helped. I mean, they're a part of my big man core, so I'm with them every day and doing the little things with them too. But, I mean, they definitely sacrifice for me when I have to come out, and then they come in. They definitely play good defense, too. You know, he got a couple blocks, and Jorge rebounded very good. So I think it's big kudos to them, especially helping me out when I'm out the game and stuff like that. But I'm definitely appreciative for them.
What led to this defensive rebounding? Just, you know, obviously no one felt good about the last game and what that last team did. Just the way you guys approached another really good defensive rebounding team, but an overall good rebounding team, and how you guys really just shut the door on their opportunities. What led to that mindset for you guys?
Just boxing out. I mean, obviously we knew what happened last game. I mean, we lost the rebound battle by 20, so we just came in this game, you know, hit and then go. So that's really what we're preaching this whole week and stuff like that. Last couple days, just hit and go. So I think that's what was helping me. And I mean, I didn't really have to box out too much, but I think my teammates definitely held their own, and I got my rebounds too. So I definitely I'm thankful for them doing that.
Calvin House loves playing against the Redbirds, man. 44 points this year for him. Another 22-point effort. Had 2 assists tonight, 9 of 16 from the floor, but important 4 for 4 from the free throw line and some key plays there late. You know how important he is. When he was out, coming off the bench tonight, really gets thrust to the starting role because of where Damian Mayo was in his injury. How essential is he? And, man, he was such a huge offensive catalyst early, Rollins, and then things have kind of changed. How big of a role he can play moving forward here towards the end of the year?
I definitely think, like, a motivated Q is probably the best Q we got. I think yesterday in practice, Coach Hawk got on him about his defense and stuff like that, and I think that really opened his eyes. So today he played tremendous defense, and he pushed the pace on offense too. So I think, like, Coach Hawk got to do that to him every game. I think that's a good thing. But definitely it's always good for him to be on go and stuff like that. It's great to see him play like that.
I would ask you to repeat what Coach Hawk said, but we can't. So, you know, that won't be able to go over the ring.
Was he coaching out of the Old Testament yesterday? Is that what you're saying, as opposed to the Love New Testament? We do that once in a while.
Yes, it was something like that too. Rollins, before we let you go, there's tons of efforts to talk about, but Arguably, maybe the biggest shot of the game was Jalen Haynes, the and one towards the end. You, of course, had a big dunk late as well to keep that lead separating. But the play that Jalen made, just walk us through just what you're thinking as you're seeing Jalen just fight his way down there and able to finish and get to the free throw line to complete what was a huge three-point play.
I mean, we've this whole game. I mean, I think I got the ball, and big man, he tried to get the ball, get the steal, and then he was wide open. He didn't shoot it. And we came to timeout. We told him, like, if you're not going to shoot it, then don't play. Like, we just, like, you got to be aggressive. Like, you're playing 40 minutes. You played 40 minutes tonight. You have to shoot the ball. So I think that one, shot clock got low, and then he took it to himself. That's the confidence he has as a freshman, and I'm definitely grateful for him doing that because he could have gotten his head and stopped doing that type of stuff. But he said forget it and went, and that was the biggest play for the game. For sure. By the way, Rollins said you can get on cue every practice about his defense from here on out. So, yes, Rollins, congratulations. Big one on Friday with the Racers coming in, and a great way to honor Saluki Giant and Mike Glenn, who will be in attendance as well. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Thank you, guys.
That was Rollins of League Bay. Join us. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be joined by Calron House. Saluki's win at 54-50 here on the road in Bloomington Normal. This is Saluki basketball from Lear Field.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/25.
Right now, the doors are closed, but springtime is just around the corner when Giant City Lodge reopens for the season Friday, February 6th. February 6th, you can once again bring family and friends and enjoy true homestyle cooking and hospitality at its best. Let your friends at Giant City Lodge serve your next meeting or special event in an atmosphere found nowhere else in Southern Illinois. Giant City Lodge, reopening Friday, February 6th. Longtime proud supporters of the Salukis. Go Dogs!
Conveniently located in the heart of southern Illinois lies Rend Lake Golf Resort, the region's only 27-hole public golf course. With 5 sets of tees, expansive greens, driving range, and on-site PGA instruction, Rend Lake Golf Resort is perfect for golfers of all skill levels. Looking for stay-and-play packages? Check out Rend Lake Golf Resort's on-site lodging, condos, and cabins. After your round, relax with friends and family and enjoy a meal on-site at Seasons Restaurant. To learn more, visit us at RendLakeGolfResort.com. Rend Lake Golf Resort, official partner of Saluki Athletics.
Ever seen a Saluki climb a roof? Well, neither have we. But at SI Roofing and Siding, we work just as fast, just as sleek, and just as reliable. From roofing to gutters and premium steel board and batten siding, our team makes your home look sharp and stay strong. Based right here in Marion, we're BBBA Plus rated and proud to serve Southern Illinois. Don't settle for rough results. Call SI Roofing and Siding today at 618-971-1457 or visit siroofing.net. SI Roofing and Siding, built to run with the big dogs.
SIU has rare dual recognition, one of only 21 universities out of nearly 4,000 nationwide honored by the Carnegie Classification. We are a Research One university, driving innovation and discovery. We are also an opportunity university, opening doors and helping all students succeed. Less than 1% of universities hold both honors, and SIU is the only one serving a rural region. That makes Salukis unique, a community defined by excellence, access, and opportunity. Support the research that changes lives and the scholarships that expand access. Visit siuf.org/give.
No one should have to pay for the damages that result from a personal injury caused by someone else. 25. The partners of Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown, and Matthew Caraway fight for Southern Illinoisans because they are Southern Illinoisans. For decades, the firm has proven to be a trusted, experienced, and dedicated partner in helping bring justice and personal service to the victims of negligence and intentional wrongdoing. Let the attorneys of Sam C. Mitchell fight for you. For more information, visit scmitchell.com.
Here on our post-game show, Calron House is one of our 2 Marion Toyota players of the game. Is Marion Toyota, where you always get our best price right up front. Marion Toyota, best price, best place. A better way to buy a car. What a night for Calron House. 22 points. We say he loves playing against those Redbirds, folks. 44 points for him this year. I think he's going to cause a lot of nightmares for the Redbirds as they go to bed here tonight. But Q, I don't think there's any debate, man. I mean, we can talk about the points, scoring 54, but it's that 50 that's really impressive tonight for you guys to win this game. Can you tell our fans of the effort it took, not just from you, but all of you guys to hold a really good offensive team that almost averages 80 points a game to 50?
Well, in practice the other day, Coach Nagy, he told us to get together as a team, as a group, to discuss what our main focus was. And we all came together and said defense. Like, we actually talked about it, and we actually said defense because we've been shooting poorly, so we can't say shooting. We've been giving up transition points, so we really wanted to lock in something and it be defense.
Q, without going into detail, because if you're not at practice, you don't get to know what goes on at practice, okay, in those situations. But your teammate just told us that
Coach
Hawkins was pretty animated about helping you with your defensive end. What was it about your great effort tonight that you felt like the biggest adjustment you made that was really successful in guarding this Illinois State team?
I'll just put more effort since I'm the smallest on the court and I'm one of the leaders, and a lot of the players look up to me. And as a point guard, I have to be more physical and just give in more effort so my teammates can see me doing it so they can do it.
That's great advice, and I hope that stays with you for the rest of your life as you're playing.
Sir.
It's really great. Q, overall, your team, as Luke says, we just can't get off this 50 number because that just doesn't happen in this building very often. This is a good team you guys beat tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. Where did you see overall with your team the biggest improvement maybe all season long? Because this was no doubt your best defensive effort as a team.
So early in the season, I've been on here, obviously. I talked about adversity, when adversity hits. I think that was the most important thing in this game. When adversity hit, we was down, we didn't win up, we kept the lead. The most important thing was the last 4 minutes for us. Like even against UIC, up 18, gave up lead up. So just getting better shots, sticking together as a team, and just being together, talking to each other and communicating as one, and just being as a whole.
Yeah. Let's go to the other side because that's fun too. But you were really in a groove offensively. You got your patented move back. Tonight it was really working in the lane. What did you see tonight that you knew you could get the space you need to get your mid-range jumper off?
Oh, well, my teammates, man, they just told me to go to work. That was it.
That easy? I mean, what are they waiting on, man? They should have told you that in September.
Well, yeah, they told me to go to work. And I got shooters around me, so you really couldn't help.
Yeah.
We started to hit shots, and we started to really crash the glass. And they were starting to face guard me, so back doors was open. Just being a basketball player. And Coach Nagy, he helped me out with that, talking with me throughout the huddles, Coach Tate. So, yeah.
Well, you guys went into a little bit of a rut there midway in the second half where way too many turnovers. What causes those? What's going on when those unforced turnovers are happening at such a high clip?
A little rush. Like Coach say, don't hit the home run play all the time. I would say just being a little rush.
Q area, a key area in this game you guys knew was going to be rebounding. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't just fall on Rollins. Even though Rollins did a good chunk of it tonight with 12, you had 4. Jalen had 5. Drew had 4 rebounds. Davion Sykes with 6. Jorge Moreno with 3 off the bench. They were entering today. They were 5th in the country in terms of defensive rebounding percentage. They don't allow a ton of defensive rebounds. They rebound the ball really well.
Yes, sir.
You out-rebounded by 7. What was the biggest key tonight in terms, outside of just extra effort, what did it really take for you guys to flip that number against a really good rebounding team?
Just being a man, having some pride. Just being a man and having some pride and just not getting punked. Like, we got film tomorrow. Nobody wants to get picked out in film. So just really being a man.
There are so many times throughout this year, Q, where, and especially I should say in this game, where whether it was Jalen Haynes or somebody, and whether it was a critical turnover, et cetera, you were normally right there to be like, hey, you're good.
Yeah.
Keep calming down. Obviously, Damian is such a huge piece of you guys from a leadership role. How much more of that did you feel tonight? Hey, that's an area that I maybe need to step up in.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Like, every mistake, like even the one Jay Haynes turned the ball over, like, I just had to come over and just encourage him. Even every missed shot we had, just had to encourage everyone. Just keep high hopes. Like, we're still in the game no matter what the situation is. So I just believe in my teammates, and they believe in me.
Q, there was 9 games left in league play heading into tonight. Now there's 8. That's still a lot of basketball left. You guys, as we have described time and time again, you've been in this position over and over again. And when you have your heart ripped out so many times, many people can just be like, man, how do you guys keep coming back?
Facts.
How do you answer that? What is it about this team that you guys, no matter as tough as these endings can be, you guys turn the page quickly and are able to have a result like you do tonight.
It's really the players. It's really just the players. Like we know we're such a good team. It's just something that, like, it's just basketball. Like, it's something that just we mess up, or it's just something we can't control, or maybe we can't control. Like, but we still fight, still push. Like, everyone's a dog. We're still fighting.
How do you sustain it now? That's been the number one, Coach. I mean, you got to keep in mind, you guys have won at Belmont, which you're still the only team that's won at Belmont. You're only the second team to win in this building, not named Illinois State this year. Now, how do you build on it going back home against Murray on Friday?
We got to film them all. We can't get our hopes up. We just got to just stick it and live up to our name.
Well, you did, man. And I got to tell you, before we let you go, because we're going to do the Vic Koenig drive of the game and the offensive play of the game with you. Man, how about Jalen Haynes? That ain't one shot there towards the end. There were a lot of big shots. You had many of them, but I don't think there were any bigger than that.
That was crucial right there. I was feeling it. The energy, it just brought everything. It brought everything up. The energy, the defense, it just brought everything. I love that little kid, and he's a big factor to the team.
Are you a little kid too?
No.
You're only a sophomore, man. I got to keep reminding myself that you're still a young bull at this thing, man. Q, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Once again, that was Calron House. Outstanding again. 22 points in the win here tonight, 54-50 over the Illinois State Redbirds. When we come back, Paxton Guy with that final look around the Missouri Valley Conference. This is Saluki basketball from Learfield.
Ulico Inc., a labor-owned insurance and investment company, is pleased to announce its support of the Egyptian Building and Construction Trades Council at Southern Illinois. Our personal insurance marketplace, Ulico Select, offers insurance products that protect and empower union workers and their families. Our values define us. Wherever union workers work, Ulico Select is on the job. It's for us, all of us. Check us out at ullicoselect.com.
It's not just a home.